Lions if he thinks he's going to hell. Homeland Security Committee Chairman Andrew Garbarino of New York quickly intervened with his gavel and asked for decorum. The White House is 100% behind the SAVE Act. The legislation would require proof of citizenship to vote, and House Republicans are expected to bring it up for a vote this week.
He's been very clear. He wants House Republicans and Democrats, too, if they were politically wise, to pass this legislation, for the Senate to pass it, to send it to the president's desk so it can be signed into law.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says President Trump has pushed Republicans to get behind it. Canadian authorities say 10 people are dead after a school shooting in British Columbia.
The Royal Canadian Mounted Police say the shooting happened in Tumbler Ridge, which is in northeast BC. The death toll includes a suspect who was found with a self-inflicted injury. 6 people were found dead at a high school, while another died on the way to the hospital. 2 other bodies were found at a residence that's believed to be linked to the shooting. I'm Mark Neafield.
Meanwhile, shots rang out in a home at a gated community in Sarasota, Florida, Tuesday, leaving multiple people dead. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
This is Denny Gillum, host of Front Lines of Freedom, here to tell you about an amazing new book, The Miracle Man, written by a good friend of mine. It's a remarkable, true account of faith, healing, and restoration in the face of impossible odds. Through a harrowing series of events and miraculous answers to prayer, Bill receives a donor's heart with only hours left to live. His rapid recovery and return to normal life is a story that shows God's power to heal and his faithfulness in answering prayers. The Miracle Man is available online through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other booksellers.
Lisa Wolf here to tell you about our newest website for old-time radio lovers. It's 100radioshows.com. At this site, there are 5 old-time radio shows waiting for you to download free as our gift to you. And be sure to browse the additional 700 old-time radio shows available to you for 70% off by using the promo code RADIO at checkout. This is a limited-time offer, so log on to 100radioshows.com. That's 100radioshows.com.
We interrupt this program for an on-the-spot news report.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at stlsportscentral.com.
This message is presented on behalf of Delmar Mortgage. When it comes to buying or refinancing a home, everyone's situation is different, and having the right information can save you real money. Delmar Mortgage helps you compare options side by side, understand the cost of waiting, and see when refinancing may actually make sense for you. Get your no-obligation quick quote at savingthelou.com.
Individuals may have been compensated for this message. For licensing information, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Delmar Mortgage, NMLS ID number 30998. Delmar Mortgage is an equal housing lender.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done, frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn thing. Get out now. Hire the best Bulldog timeshare cancellation team in the business. Their in-house legal team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah, baby, let's go. 8:05 in Kirkwood, Missouri on a lovely Wednesday. It's going to be at 65, 70 degrees today. Beautiful day in the J. Randolph Jr. Studios. Hot Take Central 2.0. Cam Janssen, Jimmy the Cat Hayes, Matty Adams, and, of course, Matthew Rocchio doing our thing. Go on YouTube, type in Lou Info, and like and subscribe, chat away. We also have a chat line you can text into 314-590-3770. We also have a phone line, 855-282-8255. If Henry wants to call in and chirp rock, be my guest. Yes, was I stirring the pot a little bit yesterday? Was it kind of a dick move? I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the
You don't have to apologize for things you're actually sorry
You're
for.
right. Okay, you're right. You're right. You called me out. I agree with you.
Really
I
hollows the apologies you give later.
But I do have a smile on my face because I don't know if you guys can see yet, but Big City brought in his wine, Big City wine, and I am drinking that. Girl, we're getting drunk tonight. Woo! Show everyone. Look at this, badass.
Yeah,
badass.
Everybody's happy except the cat.
I'm gonna drink now. Actually,
Why would you not give me one?
Because you didn't ask for it the other day at the competition.
He didn't even think about you.
I know.
Oh man, Rock got hooked up everybody else in the studio.
I guess he's looking to
forward
his radio career
Wow.
at my expense.
Yeah.
Boy, it's happening TV and radio.
But I tell you what, though, God, I went to bed early last night, but Rocky sent me pictures. He was out to dinner again last night. Holy, how many times? Because listen, when you go out on a vacation like you just did, you're going out to dinner every single night. So you kind of like, when you get back, usually you take a little bit of a break. Not Rockio, not Matthew Rockio. Where'd you go last night?
We actually didn't go out to like any super nice meals when we were in Florida. But this was, we went to Wright's Tavern last night. That's her Valentine's Day gift to me. And then on Saturday we're going to Louis. That's my Valentine's Day gift to her. And so last night we did Wright's, and I went seafood feast on it. Had some oysters.
Oh gosh,
shrimp cocktail,
aphrodisiac.
And then I did for the first time. I've never gotten this. They've always had it, but I've never gotten this potato crusted halbut. And
because we were talking fish earlier that day,
knocked
boy
shoes off.
Right,
it
Tavern
was unfreaking believable. It's right there on Wydown in Clayton.
You ever been?
No.
Man, I'm missing out on a lot of
it
things because
is-
I just live so far away.
It's so good, and we've been there before. But we usually like split the steak frites or something like that. But she was like, if this is your gift, you get something special if you want. And I was like, I'm gonna go full seafood then. And that's what I did, and it was absolutely incredible. And
Kate knows when I order a bunch of oysters, I'll get like 30 of them.
we only got like 4 oysters because she's not a big seafood person, but she will eat some, and oysters are one thing she will kind of eat with seafood.
Man,
so we
that's
got
good.
we got like 4 oysters. She had 2, I had 2. Then I had my shrimp cocktail, and then the halibut. I've talked a lot about the chicken that you can get at Louis, and it's like the best chicken you'll ever get. The sauce is perfect. Everything about it's got crunch. It lasts forever. You can take it home and cook it in the air fryer.
That's what I like.
Again,
That's what I like.
That's
what I like.
This potato crusted halibut is like the chicken, is like the fish version of the chicken. It's like there's this sauce in it that's just like, it's like you could have literally just eaten the sauce like a soup, and it would be one of the best meals I've ever had.
You know what I want
It
to
was
do with
so
some of
good.
these places? You know what I like watching these shows all the time is like those badass places like Louis and Wright, even Olive and Oak, which I'm going to with Chrissy Pondoff next week. I want to just get a little camera crew and see how they make this stuff from scratch. I want to see what your day to day is. I love looking at that. I love watching that.
And maybe get a free meal.
And maybe get a free meal or multiple free meals or a gift card.
I was so full last night. I just kind of wanted to go home and lie down. But I usually will ask the waiter and be like, okay, this I could have licked the bowl clean of this sauce. What's going on here? How do you guys make this? What's in it? But I was like, you know what? That's for another time. I'm just going to enjoy this one.
Yeah. Do you scrape
get
the
a picture?
so good.
What's
Can I
that?
see the picture?
Yes.
Because he didn't send me. Was the shrimp cocktail like huge, like the shrimp?
Shrimp were like
they're
this
big.
Fatties.
I love that.
God.
See, to
Shrimp are
me,
huge.
I don't like you. There's people that create like the wonders of nature, like buildings and medical breakthroughs. Whoever said, we'll get this giant shrimp and then we'll use cocktail sauce. That's
And
the
charge you $20.
I don't care. It's worth it. Like there's certain things you don't care about paying for.
I know.
A good shrimp cocktail.
Yeah, that's a go-to app.
But who was it that said a little lemon and this red sauce? Because that makes it. I don't know why.
Yeah. Or some fresh horseradish.
Yep.
That's not bad. Bring in shrimp cocktail. If anyone's out there,
Gino, bring. We're eating shrimp cocktail at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're animals.
You can just go buy Schnucks across
So
the street
funny,
and
dude.
grab the quick little like ring, the little
not the
plastic
same.
ring.
It's not the same.
It isn't.
It's not the same.
I will eat the entire ring of.
Yeah.
I will eat one of those entire plastic
Rocky,
rings.
are you one of those guys, Rock? Because after a while, when you eat in front of a bunch of people, like when you play, some guys annoy you when they eat. I don't know if you went through that or not. Oh my God.
Yep. It's
like guys like will eat and they'll scrape the lasting juice and scrape it. And you're like, stop it.
Yep.
Stop it.
Oh, yeah.
Order more. Stop doing that.
They scratch
I hate
the
that.
plates.
They scratch the plates and that eerie. It's like,
it's like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah. And they got to get every little. Are you like that, Rocky?
I don't use utensil. I use a piece of bread.
That's fine. I could totally deal with that.
That's
respectable. That's respectable.
Don't scrape. They had this, and the sourdough bread that they put down was absolutely incredible, hot right out of the oven too. And I was like, they were like, "You guys want more bread?" Yes, I want more bread. I always want more bread, especially because they had like this like seasoned butter with it too. But there was a point where I was like, I just took a piece of bread and I was like, I just dipped it into the sauce at the bottom, and they had these green beans that are like sitting in the sauce. Best green beans I've ever eaten. Because the sauce
right
is so
tavern.
good.
Oh yeah.
Right,
all right. I
so
mean,
good.
I've heard that so many times where I'm kind of like, I need to. We might have to drive somewhere, Kate. We might have to drive out of our comfort zone.
Kim and I are going Saturday.
Oh yes, there we go.
Yeah, we're pumped.
And then they changed. They got rid of my favorite thing off the dessert menu, but they still had the hot fudge sundae, which it has all the.
Hey, that sundae is
because it's got all the toppings around the bottom. Like it's a big thing, but they put it on a plate that's got like 12 little dimples around it, and they put like chopped up Kit Kats and little Oreos, cookie dough bites, Reese's, Heath bar, gummy bears, like put all this stuff.
They're putting love around it.
You can put it on the ice cream sundae. They used to have this wedding sheet cake that was maybe the greatest piece of sheet cake I've ever had my entire life. And they don't have it anymore, but they still have the
Jimmy went to Taco Bell. How's your tummy?
Not great.
It'll get
Not
you.
Great.
It's gonna get you.
I was telling these guys, Rock, we're out doing happy birthday, Stella. It's my dog Stella's birthday. I like Taco Bell, but I don't like the after effects of Taco Bell.
Sometimes you got to roll the dice, baby, for that
so
goodness.
I did it. You know why? Because I'm a good father.
You're damn right.
And the
What'd
rest
you get?
of the night,
What'd you get?
2 burritos.
Oh, Jesus.
That's not even a lot of food, though. It isn't. It's not like a Chipotle burrito is
gigantic.
Yeah. You know, Taco Bell, it's mostly fillers and chemicals.
What is the we talked about this before pre-show? I mean, a pre-show meeting that Rock doesn't attend, and we asked, "What's the worst fast food item for you? Like, what is it? What's not like a monster burger, but like a burger that kind of seems, you know?"
I heard fillet of fish is
Really?
one of the worst things. The fattiest
fillet of fish.
Yeah,
I never get that.
No,
I don't know anyone that does.
I'm not trusting a piece of fish from McDonald's.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, but
yeah, no, I'm not doing it either.
Well, the good news, it's probably not real fish.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably some sort of dangerous chemical concoction. But as I was saying at our meeting, I did see this show with a doctor talking about fast food, and he said, look, if you can't eat it every day, but if you're getting fast food, you get a McDonald's cheeseburger or 2, just a regular cheeseburger with no fries and no Coke. It's not that bad.
Not that bad. Bass Pro Stadium at Faroe Field. Is that what they're naming it now?
No, Mizzou.
That'd be awesome.
Mizzou announced that they are putting the stadium naming rights up for bid, and the reason why it's a thing is that it's been Faroe Field at Memorial Stadium for it's been Memorial Stadium since like the 1920s, 30s. It's been Faroe Field since obviously Don Faroe, not long ago, and so they're now going to sell the Memorial Stadium part of it, and they're going to get rid of the Memorial side of things. And they're planning to reach out to veterans groups to kind of find out how they can still honor that side, because both Memorial Union on the Mizzou campus and Memorial Stadium were named that after the 119, I want to say, Missouri students who died in World War I.
Oh, god dang.
And so they're going to sell the names. They're going to get rid of Memorial Stadium, but they're going to find other ways to still honor them. And they're still Memorial Union. But yeah, that's the big news, is they're selling the Memorial Stadium side of the naming rights, which is odd to me.
Are people mad about it?
I think there's some people who are performatively mad about it. No one actually cares that much.
I was going to
For
say.
me, my big thing is like, because everyone's like, which local company are you going to get? I'm like, I think they have to dupe a non-local company, because a local company is going to understand that no one calls it by the stadium name and everyone just calls it Faroe Field, and that you're not going to get as much name recognition as you should get because everyone's just going to call it Faroe Field
until they don't, right?
Until they don't,
because
But
we
we're
said
talking
Scott Trade. Now
Yeah,
it's
but what
Enterprise.
we're talking about right now is all the money making age groups that are Mizzou fans all just know it as Faroe Field. Like everyone who graduated, like everyone in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and older, all know it as just Faroe Field. That's where all the money is. And so, yeah, sure, there will be a generation that starts going to Mizzou in 5-10 years that maybe only calls it by the new stadium name. But I mean, no one calls it GEHA Stadium. They call it Arrowhead.
How much is it going to cost?
I have no idea.
What do you ballpark?
I'm sure they're going to try to get like 20 or 40 million a year.
A year?
Whoa,
or something along those. Like maybe like 5 or 10 million a year. I mean, it's going to be significant. There's
Significant, but I don't think they're getting 20 mil.
Maybe not.
Different economy now.
Yeah, different economy now. And that's my thing is I just wonder about how much ROI are companies actually getting on stadium naming deals.
Enterprise, you say it you say it a lot.
Say it a lot. Enterprise makes sense.
Enterprise, where are you going? Enterprise.
Right. Enterprise been enterprise forever, right?
Exactly.
Because sometimes companies realize I'm not getting ROI. Some do, but it has to be part of a marketing strategy. It's a lot like if you're interested in advertising on a morning radio show. You cannot just do this. It has to be part of a bigger picture. If you think naming a building is going to put your company over the top, probably won't.
Yeah.
And you got to have deep pockets to weather the good and bad, which Enterprise does.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness,
Bass Pro, baby.
Look at baseball. They change them all the time.
Savas and Scott Trade were just like, probably not the thing we need.
I miss
now.
Keel.
I mean, Scott Trade was right. I mean, they're not even around, right? But baseball, you see the stadium names or field names. That's the other thing. If I owned, say, Enterprise Center, I would call it the blank athletic complex and then another naming right. And I would call the rink different. You can sell 3 naming.
Yeah.
If you add athletic complex in addition to stadium and field, that's 3 naming rights.
Dude,
the funny thing I thought when they said they're going to sell the naming rights, my official thought was, the stadium's going to have 3 names. Because I figured they wouldn't get rid of the Memorial Stadium. I thought it was going to be like Scott Trade presents Memorial Stadium at Faroe Field. And Kevin at the Lake says, Rock, the naming rights is about the beginning of the broadcast on ABC and ESPN. You know this. I think basing your entire investment off of the very beginning, so that, Kevin Harlan says, here we are looking at the historic Bass Pro Stadium or Faroe Field at Bass Pro Stadium. I don't know if that hits the same way it hits when we constantly say Enterprise Center, Enterprise Center, Enterprise. Everything around the Cardinals and Blues is Enterprise Center or Busch Stadium, Enterprise Center or Busch Stadium. I just wonder with the Mizzou one, it being known most colloquially by fans as Faroe Field. No one called it Memorial Stadium when I went to Mizzou. Everyone just referred to it as Faroe Field. And so, and to the point where Mizzou had to do the thing that some teams do, where they put out like a press release to the media, and they're like, if in official media things, it is Memorial Stadium or Faroe Field at Memorial Stadium, not just Faroe Field, not just Memorial Stadium. They would do that kind of stuff. And so I just wonder if if a company out there is going to say, listen, we know we're not getting the name recognition. It's like I said, my example that I'm using is GEHA, the company that has the naming rights now for Arrowhead Stadium. How many times, other than to Kevin at the Lake's point, at the very beginning of the broadcast, do you hear anybody refer to it as GEHA Stadium? It's never. And I wonder about
when I work on TV, I try to eliminate you saying all those. Well, because certain stadiums have changed 5 times in 5 years.
Yeah.
Now there are success stories. Like if a broadcast network becomes FanDuel, it's going to work.
Speaking of complexes,
people think FanDuel is owned by FanDuel. It's FanDuel, it's naming rights.
Yep.
So FanDuel purchased the right to that RSN, Regional Sports Network.
I saw, I was in Chesterfield the other day, and that new huge sports complex right there. You ever been down there? See what they're doing? Oh my God. It's gigantic. It's got ice hockey. It's got soccer, everything. Batting cages right there in Chesterfield. Humongous. Been taken forever. Car Shield, the new Car Shield one. Yeah.
I've heard about that.
They must got some coin.
Yeah. I mean,
Car Shield.
When you're getting
their commercials everywhere.
Nature Boy Ric Flair on commercials.
Oh,
it's you're
Okay, but it's not just Ric Flair. They got all Blues greats.
They got
There's that
everybody.
one, they got everybody.
They got everybody.
Yeah.
They said it's such a pain in the ass to deal with Flair.
Yeah, but
Really?
Did they say that?
Yeah.
And the reason you do this makes a lot of sense. I mean, you need NIL money. You need to keep Eli Drinkwitz gets an extension every year, sometimes two.
He's going to get more and
so
more.
you got to keep paying him. And heck, if you keep giving him extensions like this and eventually things go badly, you're going to have to pay a buyout. Be nice to be getting an extra $5-10 million from another company that can help you pay that.
What do you
buyout,
think
too.
of that contract by Drinkwitz? We
mean,
talked about it, but
giving him the extensions of your own volition and paying him more money because of his success is exactly what you should do. Having a contract that auto extends by a year for just winning 8 games is the definition of throwing in the towel kind of for college football, because no coach winning 8 games deserves to have his contract extended. 8 games is a paltry sum in the SEC. It's basically the bare minimum you can get having an actual successful program is 8 games. Because all you have to do is trip over your own feet and win 4 pathetic games against the bottom of the conference. You get I guess now it's 5, and then you get your 3 bye games essentially. Boom, you get 8, you get a new contract extension. That's a joke. Giving him extensions when he proves what he can be and takes Mizzou to places they normally don't go on a consistent year-by-year basis. Yeah, extend.
what about 10 wins?
Years.
What if it was
10 wins? I'd be fine. If his contract auto extended by a year every time he won 10, I'd be completely okay with it.
Okay.
It's a big difference between 8 and 10 wins.
I think he's earned it. The other guy, if
I
I'm
didn't say he hadn't earned it.
if
I'm saying he hasn't earned it.
I'm not arguing
I'm saying
with
the auto renew one.
Here we go. I love it.
That's a little.
I never argue.
I don't think.
And you're going to enjoy my next point. It was a stepping stone point. And I said, and then he earned it. And I said, if I were SLU, I would go to a bank, I'd pay him a lot of money. I'd say, open your vault. Let me just see the money. And I take sure to see the money. And I said, you're a prop, okay? Maybe you get some naming rights down the road, but just open your vault. Let me see the money. And I tell Shirts, let's go out to lunch. We'll go to Wright's Tavern and get giant shrimp. And then I walk him into this vault and say,
take it.
How much do you want?
What do you want?
Because that guy has SLU on 18 now. That guy has SLU on.
But then some other team's going to do the same thing, and the vault will be bigger.
Yeah, they're going to.
See, I get it. But I still believe in people. Like, I believe that to a certain extent, Drink, and I think for Shirts, if you come to a program, and in the case of SLU, build it back up, right, to a place where maybe they'll get to somewhere they haven't been in a long while. Certainly with Majerus, they were there. But you want to complete the mission a little, right?
Yeah.
And so, you're kind of betting on yourself. We see baseball players do it all the time, where I know we're going to get to the next level. I want to take it to that, and then I'll start looking around. Now, the risk is things go south. You're one and done at the tournament, whatever, and all of a sudden your earning potential drops.
So let's talk about this and what's kind of the new thing right now, which is that Stu Durando, who has an incredible Substack, only costs $5 a month to subscribe to it, and it's more than worth it if you're a Billikens fan. Let me see if there's a better way for me to put this quote up on the screen, because he has a really good quote from Josh Shirts that's very germane to the conversation. Let me get something going here. Sorry, this is just going to block up Big City's face. My apologies, Matt.
That's fine. I don't have a good looking face anymore.
No, you look good. It's that sauna you have.
I'm going to try to zoom in here more on the quote for people. So
okay,
here's the quote we're looking at. It's going to get bigger on the screen.
See, I like how Rock does it.
So this is the quote that is in Stu Durando's piece, and again, it's a really incredible piece. I have a great understanding of how good of a job I have. In the old days, it was usually a no-brainer for a coach to leave a mid-major and go to a high major. That was just the way it worked. It was the progression. With NIL and other factors, those decisions are much more nuanced than they were 5, 8, 10 years ago. I don't know that 5 years ago the Indiana football coach would have stayed as opposed to going to Michigan or Penn State. But this is a new world. Programs can decide who they want to be. There's nothing preventing St. Louis from becoming an elite top 25 national job. Are we there yet? No. We have work to do, absolutely. Two things that I take away from that is, one, him name-dropping Cignetti is not for nothing. He understands what using that example is going to mean to people who are paying attention. And also, he had that quote in right here. Programs can decide who they want to be. That right there, to me, was a very subtle but not so subtle shot to SLU and the donors and saying, you guys can choose who you want to be.
Yes.
If you want to be Gonzaga of the Midwest, or as I put it yesterday, a more metropolitan version of Creighton, you can do it. Show the money.
Yeah.
Money.
Creighton did it, and they did, and that they did it before NIL money.
Yes.
So I agree with what he says, but you could have decided what you wanted to be with a program 5 or 10 years ago. How many little schools are good at one sport because they made the decision? There were other ways. Now you can't directly. Now you can directly pay players. Back then, you had to have boosters, build beautiful facilities. You had to hire the best coaches, and maybe there was some things done for some players that weren't public.
You got to put.
But you could have decided
room
5-10 years ago. In certain sports, football takes a lot more money, but basketball, you could have done it with other sports that can generate revenue for your university or college. You can do it there, and we've seen it. There are cases of it. But yeah, I don't. That's a great quote to me. I just believe that he came here to build something, and he's not done.
If
yet.
they lose,
same thing I said about drink.
If they lose in the first round, how much is his stock drop? You think, Rock?
Of the tournament?
Yeah.
Depends on who it's to. Is it to an underseeded Power 5 team?
If it was right now, what do you think it would be? Who would they play?
I mean, who's
you can't even.
Okay, you can't put it.
No. But we can play this game. We can look up.
I'm just curious.
I'll look
because
up
he's on top of the world right now, baby.
Bracketology. I'll look up Rocco. I'll look up Rocco Miller.
I just want to know how much you could fall off.
Because I don't care about Joe Lenardi's.
Why?
Why don't I care about Joe Lenardi's?
Any of them?
Because Joe Lenardi is statistically over the last 10 years one of the least accurate prognosticators.
But no one's
been in the game. No one's
really accurate.
But there's rankings, and there are more accurate prognosticators than Joe Lenardi, who actually get the tournament 60 out of 60.
I'm just saying they're all trying to use a Ouija board.
But some
no one knows.
Some actually know how to spell. Is the point?
You don't like this
my
guy.
point is, if
I'm not even defending.
If we're going to use the Ouija board analogy, Joe Lenardi doesn't know how to spell. Other people do.
You're just killing the plot. I don't even defend him. I'm just saying at this point.
I'm just saying there's a reason. There's a reason why I'm not.
It's an 8-ball.
There's a reason why I'm not going to use Lenardi's bracketology. Because also, I don't trust anybody at this point in bracketology who it makes a statement. Yeah, if SLU's 34-1, they're a 6 seed. I'm sorry. Just put down the crack.
All right, I was just making a point. I wasn't trying to step in a pile of hate.
Okay, right now,
always a pile of hate.
Joe Lenardi don't care.
Yeah, but you just questioned why I said that. I'm saying I say these
I'm
things
saying
for reasons.
None of them are really accurate
Again,
at this point.
That is a false. That's not true. There literally are people who do this who will get 60 out of 64 teams right this year.
At this point of the season? At this point of the season?
No, but there's guys who are better at it throughout the entire year
I'm not
than Joe
arguing.
Lenardi. That's all I'm saying.
To do it at this point,
There's a reason why.
It's a crapshoot.
There's a reason why I'm ignoring Lenardi and going to a different bracketologies because he gets this stuff wrong more than anybody else who is as famous as he is.
By the way, I think that Kevin at the Lake, I think they are going to the Sweet 16.
Rocco Miller has him right now in St. Louis.
Yeah,
as the 7th seed, facing off against number 10 Georgia. If they lose number 10 Georgia, that looks pretty bad. If they win that game and then lose number 2 Illinois, that sucks. That sucks for SLU. It's fun for St. Louis because they get to see SLU play 2 games, and one of them is against Illinois.
I would love to see that match.
I would love to see it as well.
Yeah, I just think too much size. Illinois,
it's a buzz.
Illinois has too much, and Illinois can play the same game SLU does with the 3.
And that's the thing is, I think I said this on Earl's show this past weekend. I think right now, SLU can beat, like if SLU plays a perfect game, SLU can beat a lot of the teams ranked ahead of them right now. So, for example, St. Louis is 24th in KenPom. The teams ahead of them in KenPom: St. John's, Texas Tech, BYU, Alabama, Iowa, Virginia, Tennessee, Arkansas, Louisville, Nebraska, Vanderbilt, Kansas, Gonzaga, Michigan State. Maybe even Purdue. Like the top, like those 24 through 9, if SLU plays a perfect game, they can beat those teams. But when we talk about the Michigans and the Arizonas and the Houstons and the Illinois, even if SLU plays a perfect game, if those teams play an 80% game,
God.
it's probably they probably still beat.
And how many times do you play a perfect game?
They're not beating Purdue. I'd love to say I think Purdue
I
has
think they could beat
size
Purdue.
and they shoot. Michigan State has size.
Perfect game. They could beat Purdue. Purdue's one of those teams they can beat because Purdue plays so slow. So if the Billikens can speed them up, play their perfect game, win in transition, force above an average amount of turnovers instead of only forcing like 6 or 7, they force 11. They can beat a Purdue playing 100%. Once you get to the UConns and the Iowa States and Illinois and Florida,
Michigan State, they're really good too. And
well,
that's what scares me.
Yeah, but take Michigan State away from their home gym where Fears is actually getting ejected for punching a dude in the nuts and things like that, and the game changes a little bit.
He's a bad guy. and he tripped the kid from Illinois the other day. Yeah. Like he's a dirty player.
Yeah.
But let me say this: the thing that I'm all in on SLU, and we've had this argument before. I think the thing that will get them is teams that are big up front where the guys can actually they have post game and they can pass and they know how to handle a little pressure. SLU hasn't seen a lot of teams that way, but you take a team like Illinois, they got 2-3 bigs that know how to do it. You take a team like Purdue, they have 2 bigs that can do it. That's what scares me. You're talking about teams with size that can also shoot. Now, I do think SLU's defense and the way they move the ball and transition will tire out the bigs or will level the playing field. But that's what scares me. Teams that have size with bigs that know what to do with the basketball.
Faurot Field at Hunger Strike Stadium. Fulton's finest. Hunger Strike. That's when TJ was going on Fox News all the time talking about when they had that hunger strike back then. First thing he showed me when we did radio together. Hey, look at this.
I just remember watching it from the sidelines. I'm not a true son, but then I saw the list of demands, and that's when you look at it, you go, okay, that's unserious.
The list of demands.
That's unserious.
The one big example that always showed is that if you're dealing with a group of people and their entire thing is we will not talk to any local media, we will only talk to national media. You no longer have to pretend that those people are serious people. Because if your entire thought process, the only people who are going to talk about to us are national media, screw all local media. We don't trust you. We don't believe you. Cool. Your story's irrelevant. Congratulations. You're doing this for the pomp and circumstance and not for actual reasons. Or you would beg for local coverage over national coverage because local coverage actually talks about specifics, the little things. They follow up 8 months later. National does exactly what it does. Swoops in 4 days, swoops back out, later. And you are never
on to the next.
Of again. As soon as they turned away the local media and said national media, we only want to talk to you, it was like, cool, y'all are fraudulent. We know
and I need to go on a hunger strike.
And it was professors.
Might as well.
Yeah. Professors acting as the buffer.
Melissa,
when you should be talking about freedom of speech and freedom of you're shoving reporters that
I emailed Mizzou because she was part of the communications program. I emailed Mizzou and said, if you do not fire her, I will light my degree on fire on camera.
And did they fire her?
They put her on administrative leave.
And then did they rehire her in another capacity?
I don't think so. I think she eventually left. I think she left. She was a terrible teacher when I was there.
Oh,
and then she threatened a journalist who was trying to film the encampment. And it's like, cool, fire her. She's a useless piece of trash.
I remember that.
And that
do you think they really went on hunger strike?
Well, there were reports, no. But I wasn't there. I was not there. I just saw the list of demands.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just like, freedom for people. It was the president of the university has to get in front of a podium, denounce his white supremacy, and resign. And then the things like eliminate all debt.
Man.
It's nice if we all lived in a mountain together with flowers and wine from your visit that I don't get.
There we go.
That's great.
No, I could see at the very beginning. I was like, yeah, somebody who would go down to the bars in downtown Columbia and see white dudes screaming the N-word all the time. Yeah. Mizzou could probably use a little bit of an intervention.
That's fine.
But the cancel all debt. It was like, guys, no, there's a line and you are hopping across it with great applause. Sure. Okay, let's just leave the line in the back. Let's just go to the most radical things we can think of.
Rock, so when you're walking down, going to class, people are throwing the M-bomb around?
No. Drunkenly down at the bars. You'd hear there'd always be at least one tall dude who was clearly in an organization of some kind who would just be like, drunkenly screaming the N-word.
What do you mean organization?
He was in a fraternity.
Oh, okay. So that's risky business.
I was wondering where he was going with
Like,
it.
who are you yelling at?
Yeah.
No one didn't
They
either.
would yell it at other ones of their other white fellas in their fraternity would be.
Would
they'd
it be with an
yelling at-
A or a hard R? Well, that's kind of dare. I mean,
no, it doesn't matter.
It shouldn't.
It doesn't matter. If you're drunkenly screaming in the middle of
What if he's singing a
Missouri,
song?
A lot of the times they probably were.
Oh, so I'm hungry.
And
You
you know,
shouldn't do that.
I agree.
and you know
I don't
what?
listen to rap.
These same fraternities were so pro-Israel that it sickened me back then.
Oh,
That's
No
a
laugh
whole
on
other
that one. A little too dicey.
it's funny, man.
One of
It's
the
hilarious, I'm
fraternities like protested a Palestinian speaker one time. I thought that was an odd move.
Yeah, whatever.
God. As far as naming rights on sports venues, there are people in St. Louis who still refer to Enterprise Center as Sabbath Center, and that was about 3 names ago. Craig Riggins.
Well, that's on them.
I don't think
that's
so.
on them.
No.
I do, dude. I don't hear that, and I'm telling you,
People do it with Verizon Wireless Amphitheater.
yes,
People still call it Riverport.
Riverport. No, you're right. But then I listen to Frankie's show, and it was always Hollywood Casino.
No, for some reason we've always been able to shift the Blues stadium name. We very quickly
Well,
went
I
from
know.
Kiel, Savage, Scott,
And
Enterprise,
boom, popped right up.
Bing, bing, bing.
It popped right up.
Yeah.
I called Enterprise. I mean, there's a little bit of time where I kind of still did it, but then it boom, and I don't hear anybody
No
calling
one
it.
says it. That's on you.
No,
I mean, that was in the past.
yeah.
How long has it been Enterprise?
Riverport, though, Rockio, you're 100% right. I still call it Riverport.
I'm not old enough to have gone to it, like to a concert when it was called Riverport, and yet I know people who only call.
I call it Riverport. That's right.
I feel like
That's
I'm trying
interesting.
to think what it was called the first time I ever went to it. It wasn't the Verizon Wireless Amphitheater yet. It was a different named amphitheater after Riverport, but before Verizon Wireless.
But I'd say
I
that
don't
naming
remember.
right. Where are you going? We're going to Riverport. I mean, that's. I don't know. I don't.
By
By
the
the
way,
way,
a lot of good things that were
Since 18, Cat.
18. I remember growing up in St. Louis and hearing about Riverport, hearing about the landing, and I got to experience none of them in their heyday.
yeah. Well,
Really sucks.
you missed out on some big time
Pretty
events
strong-
at Riverport
pretty
when
strong
Axl
suit.
Rose jumped in.
Yeah, pretty strong Soulard
Axl
in my
Rose.
my generation had a pretty good run in Soulard, but we never got the landing. We never got Wash Ave the way that previous generations did, and it makes me sad because I remember in the '90s hearing my cousins who were like 20 years older than me talk about going to the landing and being like, I can't wait.
It's awesome.
And I never got it.
Hey,
I literally have gone to the landing one
you know
time.
what? The Axl Rose thing. Rock and I know the guy that photographed Axl Rose and got jumped and sued.
No way.
Yes, you do,
Yeah, I
Rocky.
forgot about that.
Because he came to Top Shooters with his biker gang all the time and
Yes.
listened to our show.
He was awesome.
Yeah, little guy named Dusty or something like that. He's got he drives this monster Harley like this. Doesn't work. Got a band in the band.
Yep. And
He's like, I sued the hell out of him
No
and got a
way.
ton of money. He had a photograph. He's right there. You can look at the thing. This guy that we know that listens to the show, I think he still listens, and he's filming, and that's like, get it off.
You know what?
And jumps right on him. They all fall like bam.
I don't know.
Sued him for years.
And
Got a ton of money.
I don't know if he always had it, but he had like with him like the newspaper
Always.
clipping, like, and I'm like, do you just bring it to show to camera? Or does he always have?
Oh,
it
he
with him?
carries that.
It's
with
like
him
he's like Big Al in a
all
way where he's
nonstop. 100%. That's in his back pocket.
I love
Hey,
people-
Axel,
I
come
love
get
people
me.
who are defined by that.
Come get me, Axel.
I don't mind someone
Punch me in
standing
the
up for their
face.
legal rights.
Punch me in the
Hey,
face.
Wash Ave was popping my first few years with the Cardinals. We
Oh,
were
What was the
hell
first team that
yeah.
you were with Cardinals?
12, 13, 14. Like
That's
it
I
was starting.
I was just turning 21.
like we
It was
like,
starting to
after
go
the
down.
games, like
I moved back to St. Louis in 2014, and I guess it was actually the fall of 2013. Because that was one of the first things I did after graduating was covering that World Series. And like that was right at the time where it was like everyone was at Soulard. People my age weren't at Wash Ave, but it was still people who were in like their mid to late 20s and early 30s were still doing Wash Ave in like 14, 15. But all my friends were just at Soulard. And then by the time we hit the age where we would have maybe shifted from Soulard to the landing to the Wash Ave stuff, now it's 17, 18, and now it's completely different.
It's not how you shift. It's where the girls shift.
That's perfect.
That's all it is. The girls are there. Guys are going to go there, and they're going to spend money.
yeah, but now
Wash Ave,
now
to
Wash
me
Ave-
made it. Wash Ave made it. They had
a lot
I know
going
people
on.
that bought condos there
Yes.
because it was walkable, and they bought it for like $600.
Oh yes,
and sold for $250.
Oh, took
Okay.
a huge hit.
All right, because
Well, but now
let's be honest though, people left because it started to be not safe.
Yeah.
And what told me, and you could say that's not true and show me stats. I'm just telling you, people that I know that live there got out because there started to be gunfire.
They took the hit, like, get me
And
out of here.
Once people started leaving, then bars and restaurants started shutting. And it had made it. Wash Avenue was pretty cool.
It was awesome.
And you're telling me
Spent a lot of money there.
For whatever that is, a 10-block area, you can't secure that.
You scare the girls, you scare the guys. That's how it is.
You ever go to
Yeah. The drug lounge, that's where all the dealers were. Pepper Lounge. Oh, I had some weird experiences there.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, that's where my buddy got knocked out by the bouncer and hit his head and almost died. And tried to sue, didn't figure out anything, no lawsuit, anything. Got sucker punched by the bouncer, hit his head on the ground, boom, didn't do it, bleeding out on the ground. No one did anything.
It was shady.
Oh, we got Kevin at the Lake. He says, Cam, I was at the Riverport Guns N' Roses show. Got the hell out of there when I saw the fires on the lawn. There was a 90-minute downtime between Skid Row and Guns N' Roses, and that's caused everyone to misbehave.
Yeah, they tore the whole place up. Tore it up. Ripped the seats out, threw it up, busted up everything. Oh, yeah. That was in like 93 or something.
Is that?
Yeah, baby. My boy sued the hell out of him.
That's wild.
Yeah. Totally cool.
What? And so you're not allowed to take pictures? Is that?
I
Plus, no offense. Axl Rose is just a scrawny little dude.
grab him. What are you going to do? Actually, punch me. Punch me first.
So the
I
Cox had a nice uprising.
Yes, they did. They've had enough. But the other cock who started everything, Axel,
And
Cock Nation, they said, no, we're tearing this place up. Tore it up. They probably spent a lot of money. Skid Row and Guns N' Roses, that's a lot of coin. Yes,
it is.
And because someone took a picture, he jumped the guy, and then they walked off stage after that.
He goes, F it, I'm out of here. And the rest of the band's like, what? Like, okay. They just walked out. Then the shite show happened. It's all on YouTube.
I'll go look. I mean,
and you look at the guy, he's this
I've
big.
heard the story.
He's this big. It's hilarious.
I'm going to have to watch that.
He's this big, and he's got a Harley that's like this. $100,000 Harley. Thank you, Axel. Thank you.
Jared Womack wants to know where you were when Richie Incognito tried to fight you.
I was at Harry's.
Yeah, that's what he thought.
I was at Harry. That was my jam, baby.
Did you know Richie Incognito, the offensive lineman? For the
he
Rams?
wasn't.
No.
Yeah,
because I wonder.
He was gone. He was gone by 11-12.
Sorry, but if
I could have used you that
City,
night.
Yeah, Big City was there.
He would have kicked both our asses, dude. Sorry. I mean, it is what it is. Justin Fry and Richie versus me and you. No, not happening. Those guys,
What if Grant? What if Grant was there too?
Was he got a weapon? Those guys were just too big and strong. They will pick us both up and slam our head off the ground so hard you will have brain damage.
I like we're done. Okay, it's you versus Richie Incognito, but you get to use Grant as a weapon.
Oh,
so you get
me and Grant versus Richie. I'll
you
cock him so hard.
You have to use
He's
Grant.
not paying attention.
You have to use
Like
Grant
throw
as
Grant
your weapon. Like you can swing. You can swing Grant his feet around like a weapon.
You ever see those fights in the ring with like two women with headgear fighting a big guy?
No, I saw that.
See
one.
that?
I saw one of those.
Horrible.
It's stupid. It's
or
stupid.
two guys versus the big. I don't know.
It was two MMA. Against,
I like watching people suck at things and get frustrated.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not a good look.
You can't be like, this goes faster.
Come on.
I don't like seeing that video. I scroll.
You ready, Jim?
Thank you, Seth. By the way, check out my Twitter because I got revenge on you.
On me.
Ready, Jim.
Because you brought in wine for the other two, not me.
Look at this wine.
So I thought I have a picture that's unbecoming
Getting
of Big
drunk.
City. If I could pick one picture that
We
he won't want to
literally-
use,
me and Rachel literally brought him a bottle of wine as a
I
trade.
understand. Don't
You
mess
didn't-
up the bit.
Hey, you didn't tag me.
Don't mess up.
So I can't see it. So
No,
thanks.
No, you can. It's on. It's at Hot Takes.
So Cam, it was the second show ever at Riverport, July 2nd, 1991. I was not born yet.
91. It's a badass year.
It's you and Gritch. With
I was born 21 days
bags.
later.
Yeah. 91. All right. Let's see here. Rockio's the man. His large cranium proves he has the biggest brain in the room. Jim's got the smallest head. What's that mean?
Oh, my God. Are
Wow.
you serious?
Who said that?
Babroni.
That's fine. I consider the source.
He's friends with Seth. And I just saw him.
Oh, is that true?
At the Enterprise Center. I had to go talk to
Babroni or Seth?
Babroni.
All right.
And we talked about Seth.
And how's Seth doing?
Good.
Is he still at KTRS?
Don't know.
Hold on. Let's listen to Seth.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. You just talked about Seth. So Seth had a career in radio.
Yeah.
I understand that he was doing a lot of different stuff at KTRS. Good for him.
Yep.
And you had a good talk about him.
Yeah.
But don't know what he's doing.
Exactly.
So it wasn't a good talk.
I just forgot.
You probably asked
forgot.
No, you
See,
probably
that's-
asked about Seth, and when you got an answer, started looking around.
There's
for
other people
someone
talking.
better to talk.
There's other people. Babroni's listening, so let me know. Get a little.
Yeah,
little
I hope
update.
he's doing
Seth,
well.
he's older than we think.
That's so funny.
It's just
At the very core of it is that Seth is a fair guy. A good thing.
I'm a man.
You're the one that separated him from
No,
smooth brain. Sometimes the best host on the show has to take
Seth?
control.
Charlie. It's so funny. We all had a part in it.
Marmol choked.
That's what started it right there. He got a little bit of confidence, wanted to be a little bit funny.
And here's Joe Buck on the call. Manning escapes, throws. Tyree caught.
He was ripping Joe Buck. He was ripping Joe Buck.
Yeah, actually, I agree with that a little bit.
I want to get Seth involved early today.
Oh, Jimmy.
Why is that
Jimmy.
bad?
Who are you kidding?
That's
Who
dirty.
are you
that's,
kidding?
That's dirty work,
Oh,
and you know
my
it.
God,
Nope.
it is.
Nope.
Oh,
Because
yes,
Seth
it
said he
is.
wanted to speak more.
Sensitive Seth.
Couldn't find an opening, and I was trying.
Couldn't find an opening. Oh, Jesus.
Then he told us.
Oh,
He
Jesus.
told us that he doesn't. His thought process takes more time. He did, and
Sometimes I'll be reading something that I am personally interested in.
thank you. So I was trying to create more opportunities.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
But here's what got you
I don't
confident.
get my panties all in a bunch.
Where's
Yeah.
he at?
But
He
here-
needs to come back and say
but
hey to
listen,
everybody.
Russia.
Here's what got Seth though. His confidence was shaken beyond repair when you started publicly saying that Cole didn't want to hang out with him.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No, that's what because Seth
That-
was like, "Hey,"
That was like,
and that was like to not say on the air, and you were like, whoop,
yeah,
whoop,
and
whoop.
Charlie jumped in on it too. Cole?
I
What do
think Chip Carey's better than Danny Mac.
Well, Cole had a podcast called what was it
I'm
called?
way better being funny.
Cole had a pod with 2, remember? And then we called it 3 because we wanted Seth to
Cover
get
2.
cover
The
2.
NFL is gay.
Yeah, no, don't say we. Then you started saying call it cover 3 and have Seth on, and he didn't want to, but you kept bringing it up on the air.
Who's your best friend in St. Louis?
Joe Davis, probably.
Okay.
Do you guys hang out?
No.
You should send that. To a station in Columbus.
Oh, Joe Davis, you
You
don't know.
guys hang out a lot? No.
Oh man, we were mean. Charlie's a tool. Charlie took a beating on the text line.
Are you an incel?
Oh man.
You guys are ruthless.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
That's the fun.
Cole thinks he's a host.
He is.
You guys are so mean to those two. My gosh.
Jesus Christ. It's
So
horrible.
mean to those two.
I agree with Charlie.
Thank you. Go to break.
What do you got there?
That's Big City and Grits
Oh,
holding
yeah.
their
Nice
bag.
picture.
Oh man, that's
And
funny.
I asked you to hold him up, thinking someone would hold it up in a unflattering
Oh,
way.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, and I just posted it.
Oh, never
I feel
mind.
like I'd rather be a fascist.
That wasn't me at Enterprise Center. That was my buddy Brendo. I think there was a communication breakdown. Seth isn't my friend, but I know who he is. Seth and I have mutual friends, but I don't hang out with them. Okay, I talked to
All right.
somebody.
I'm so glad Charlie's coming back in on Fridays
Oh,
to have conversations like this.
Did Quanto go to Thanksgiving with corn?
I'm sorry. This is one of those things I got to prosecute, Rock. I'm sorry. I know you,
No,
but listen,
Just,
okay?
just go.
This guy,
Oh man.
Cam, who's the quote unquote nice one, just told us that Baroni is Seth's friend.
Yeah.
And they had a nice talk about Seth. Then the guy who he said he talked to just texts in and says, yeah, it wasn't me.
No.
And I'm not friends with Seth. Who the hell were you talking to, boy?
I thought it was.
What the hell's wrong with
He
you?
gave me a text line name. I thought it was Baroni. Maybe it was.
No, and it's beyond that. It kind of shows you are an elitist.
I told you that before.
Because you also said, Seth is doing well. Oh, is he still at K-Trust? I don't know.
Kate does that to me all the time too. Like I'll be with somebody and show it. Well, would you guys? Is he doing this? And I'm like,
This is different
no, I
than
don't
like
know.
you're with a dude and you didn't ask who he's seeing.
No, this is being
this is
elitist. Totally.
You didn't know who you were talking.
I still talk to him. I was
And
in
then
there
worse.
taking pictures.
It's
You
worse.
live a white life. I don't.
Then you came in and portrayed yourself as a man of the people. Oh, I just talked to him. No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
And then he's friends with Seth. No, he isn't.
No, he's not.
And Seth is doing well. How do you know?
Don't know.
Okay.
I just don't know.
I don't even like Joe Biden.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Right.
You make
Right. Right.
I don't feel like watching the game tonight.
What game was that, Cat?
Probably Cardinal. Hey,
Don't ever listen to me about anything anymore.
Oh, where's he at?
what is Rooster saying? Still no tweets from the Hot Take
Yeah.
Center.
Whoa.
Rooster's not happy.
What is that about?
I just post the chats.
Do we not tweet out of our account?
No, we tweet. You guys send out the show tweets from your accounts, and I usually don't do much of anything on Hot Take Central Twitter account.
Well, if you gave me the password and stuff, I'd do it. I care about the show.
Yeah,
I would
baby.
like it to grow.
There it
Twitter.
is. The wily veteran
It's
right
free
there.
because
Yep.
it's social media is free. That's the beauty of it.
That's what we need.
You can tweet out pictures of your dog, wishing him happy birthday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Happy
birthday, Stella.
Thank you.
What'd you get, Stella?
She got a little,
Other than the cake treat.
other assortment of treats.
Nice. No
So,
toys?
My wife got her toys too, wrapped already out on the table. That's how the Hazel. If it's your
Nice.
birthday, when you come down the stairs in the morning, you're gonna have a little gift.
Love that.
and
Where'd you
maybe
go?
a
Treats
balloon.
Unleashed?
Yes,
Yeah.
we ought to get them as a sponsor.
yes. Oh,
Now
God,
you're,
yeah.
Now you're cooking, Cat.
We all got dogs. You know, we all got doggies.
Dave Green.
Let's Dave.
Dave Green.
Get on,
called
yeah,
Treats
the Dave will
Unleashed
get on that.
because we love dogs.
The Dave will get on that. We all got doggies, except for Rockio. I don't know if he likes animals.
Of course, I like animals.
I gotta ask a question.
Listen,
Jesus,
they
what
get-
the hell
They,
that about?
they kind of get in the way when you want to go out for a $500 dinner. You know, will they tear up the house?
You're right. Hey, your nightlife will have to be.
This one I
You'll
love
have
about
to
the
change
show.
your nightlife. Everyone
Everyone's
goes
under
out
fire.
to eat 5 days a week.
Everyone's opinion changes like that.
100%.
He goes out to dinner 5 times a week. Like the dog needs your attention, Rock. You know what I mean?
Don't go out to dinner 5 times a week. What the hell are you doing?
Eat the rich. You got there dining in great places. Eat the rich.
Eat the rich. Oh, God. Tax the rich. Eat the rich. Oh, man. Also for Rock's knowledge.
I want that shrimp content.
I know.
It's a good one, Cat.
Pretty good.
I'll send you a
8:54
picture,
in the
Stella.
morning and we're craving
Shrimp.
seafood.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
What is? I've been up since 4:30. Like I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, you were in bed early last night.
7
4:30?
o'clock. I went to bed.
Yeah, our reservation was at 7. I'm sending Cam's pictures from the dinner after we sit down like 30 minutes later, and
See
he's
you
not
later.
responding because he's already asleep.
No, I texted Cam. I texted Cam and told him I was coming on the show.
Yeah.
And it was the next morning. I woke up to the text message from
Yeah,
Cam. That said,
baby.
Hell yeah. I'm like, well, it must have been sleeping or whatever right there.
Hey, Big Sis.
See you later.
Let me ask you a question.
I
What
go
do
to
you got?
bed early.
Of all the guys who got wine today, who didn't?
You didn't.
Okay.
I'm
Who's
sorry.
the guy that instantly responds to your text?
You do.
All right, you may step. Let's go to break.
I'm bad at I need to go through my text messages
He's
and
right, we
get
do
back
need to go
to
to break,
people
though.
from a couple days ago.
Yeah, I'm bad about it. too.
I'm not good because a lot of it's asking me to do stuff, and I kind of like, and it's like in March. I'm like,
I know that.
You know what I mean?
No, that's the one you said. Let me check.
I know. And
Let
then you
me
prolong
check
it, prolong
reword,
it, and
yeah.
they're like, "What do you think, Cam?" I'm like,
And at some point, you got to pay the fiddler.
yeah.
At some point-
Sometimes you have to say no. You can't say yes to everything.
Son of a gun. You can say yes to one thing. The Blue Chew, baby.
There it is.
You say yes
feeling,
to
but
Blue Chew.
I
Let's
didn't know.
go. Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation of the #1 chewable ED brand. This ain't your grandpa's little blue pill. This is 4-in-1 beast that's setting the gold standard for performance. We're talking 2 ingredients for blood flow to keep that rocket pumping, mixed with apomorphine and oxytocin to turn up the arousal and the connection with your brain and body. Sorry about that. I should have took my chew out, but it's okay. It's so gross. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Some lady did actually chirp me on YouTube about chewing. Sorry about that. I'm disgusting. It is what it is. Blue Chew Gold dissolves in your tongue and works as little as 15 minutes. That means you can get it on quicker and stay in the game longer. Elevation without hesitation. This is peak passion and peak performance in a single tablet. Very easy. You get going right off the bat. We got a special deal for our listeners. 10% off first month of Blue Chew Gold with code HTC2. That's HTC2. You got to visit BlueChew.com and check out for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this here podcast right there. Oysters and Blue Chew. Oh,
It's a deadly
Lord.
combo.
See you later. Okay, we'll be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
When you buy a hot tub, you want more than bubbles. You want value that lasts. At St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, their low overhead means premium American-made products priced better than the competition, and the best price guarantee in town will beat any local dealer on a comparable model. With over 38 years in business and 400-plus five-star reviews, you can trust they'll be there to service your spa long after the sale. St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, highest quality, best price. Visit besthot-tub-prices.com today.
At Commercial Technology Solutions, we are all about solutions. We pledge that our sales staff will listen carefully to your needs and propose a solution customized to your business. Our services and tech support are second to none. When you establish your technology solutions, you can have confidence that your tech needs are in the hands of St. Louis's best. Contact them in Missouri at 314-421-3550, in Illinois 618-452-3550, and online at ctsphone.com.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
Your LouInfo.com news report. Downtown St. Louis's Europe nightclub is facing a protest over its 3 a.m. closing permit after 20 years in business. Owner Bobby Baker has 30 days to gather community support, saying losing the license would hurt her business. Neighborhood groups say late-night permits raise safety concerns, while Baker denies the club is a nuisance. A formal hearing is set for March 5th. 21-year-old Marshawn Stepney was sentenced to 25 years in prison for a 2022 crash that killed 5 people. Stepney pleaded guilty to 5 counts of second-degree murder and other charges after crashing a stolen Jeep into a minivan carrying 7 people. 2 others were seriously injured. He was arrested days after the incident. The St. Louis Zoo is up for 3 categories in USA Today's 10 Best Reader's Choice Awards for 2026. Best Zoo, Best Membership, and Best Exhibit. Last year it ranked number 10 for Best Zoo and number 8 for Membership. USA Today praised it for its free admission and 16,000 animals. Winners will be chosen by public vote. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by Home Bank. Member FDIC. Secure your financial future by opening a high-yield checking account today. Go to myhomebank.bank to get started.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Sunshine today. We're headed for about 50. Overnight, a few clouds moving in. We're in the mid-30s. We'll have low pressure passing to our north on Thursday. We will have some clouds from that and our high about 50. We're right back to sunny weather on Friday. Fairly mild, our high in the mid-50s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at stlsportscentral.com.
Introducing the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, your new home in the Grand Center Arts District. The Key STL is where the music plays, the game is always on, and the dance floor is open. The Burger Bar features the ultimate smash burger experience with premium pasture-raised local beef and a dozen house-made sauces to top it all off. It's the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, 3225 Olive in Midtown. Before, during, or after any game, this is the spot, St. Louis. Find out more at thekeystl.com.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110. Guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
When it's time to bring the energy, don't fake it, fuel it. Drink Thunder is the all-natural, plant-based, fruit-based pre-workout drink that gives you real results without the junk. No sugar, no crash, just clean energy, powered by nature, and loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to help you perform at your best. Go to drinkthunder.com and grab your favorite flavor, orange mango, blackberry lemonade, or strawberry cream. Drink Thunder, the clean way to power your workout. drinkthunder.com.
Hey, St. Louis, looking for high-flying action and electric energy? Grab your crew, hit the road, and experience a Grizzlies game night in Memphis. An unmatched atmosphere and star-studded NBA matchups are waiting for you just down the road on I-55. There's nothing like Grizz game energy, and there's nothing like being here with 19,000 new Grizz Nation friends at FedEx Forum. Dive into the action. Follow the Grizzlies on social media and visit grizzlies.com/tickets to grab your seats today. That's grizzlies.com/tickets.
Fast Track Auto Transport has been a trusted leader in vehicle shipping for over 25 years, providing reliable, affordable service across the U.S. Fast Track offers fast and safe transportation solutions for individuals, dealerships, fleets, and businesses of all sizes. The Fast Track team prides itself on honest communication, competitive pricing, and real-time tracking, which gives our customers peace of mind from pickup to delivery. Whether you're shipping a single car or managing a large fleet, Fast Track delivers a smooth, hassle-free experience every time. Come see why Fast Track Auto Transport has been St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs for over 25 years. The trusted way, the safe way, the Fast Track way. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. That's ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
Yo to the yo to the yo.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis. News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. Get BC.com.
You're going to need lawyers, right? St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at stlsportscentral.com.
This message is presented on behalf of Delmar Mortgage. When it comes to buying or refinancing a home, everyone's situation is different, and having the right information can save you real money. Delmar Mortgage helps you compare options side by side, understand the cost of waiting, and see when refinancing may actually make sense for you. Get your no-obligation quick quote at savingthelou.com.
Individuals may have been compensated for this message. For licensing information, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Delmar Mortgage, NMLS ID number 30998. Delmar Mortgage is an equal housing housing lender.
Today, business moves fast. Don't fall behind your competitors. Contact CTS, Commercial Technology Solutions, today for your voice and data needs, including networking, internet, and video conferencing. We offer 24-hour emergency service with competitive rates and an A+ rating from the BBB. At Commercial Technology Solutions, it's all about service, solutions, and stability. Contact them in Missouri at 314-421-3550, in Illinois at 618-452-3550, and online at ctsphone.com.
The Earl Austin Experience with Earl Austin Jr. Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. Brought to you by Fast Track Auto Transport, St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. The Earl Austin Experience with Earl Austin Jr. Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. Brought to you by Fast Track Auto Transport, St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah, baby, let's go. 906, Kirkwood, Missouri. Let's go. Hot Take Central 2.0, Cam Janssen, Jimmy the Cat Hayes, Matty Adams, Matthew Rocchio doing our thing here on a lovely Wednesday. Happy late birthday, Stella. Ooh, yeah. Let's go. It was 91. Those lawn tickets were only $25 for that concert. That was before they jumped prices where you need to get a loan out to go to a concert. Concerts are very, very expensive, especially if you want to get like the little VIP area, which is so nice there at Verizon.
Oh, yeah.
So, you got your cooler, you got somebody, the bathrooms are, you go to, then you get the extra ticket or whatever for that little extra area over there where it has nice bathrooms. So you don't have to wait in line. There's ways to do it. It just costs money.
Yeah.
It costs money. Somebody had a question for you. Is Seth you mentioned on Cam and Strick podcast the same Seth from Hot Take Central? No.
Come on.
No. And I felt bad because
Cam wouldn't have that. He destroyed the guy. He wouldn't bring him back.
the Seth I talked to on my podcast is about a kid that's it's brutal. I brought it. I just thought of a name Seth. I don't know why, but there's no correlation with the other Seth. But he did ask me about it one time. I go, nope. Okay, big city. Is there any part of spring training that is tedious? Science wants to know.
Tedious?
Tedious.
Yeah, every day.
Everything every day.
I mean, we're up there at we get there at 5:30 a.m. We're like, especially when games start. I mean, we still have our morning workouts. We're out on the field, early work 7 a.m. And then, the full team gets together at 9 a.m. We're practicing. We go in for lunch, and then we play a game at 1 o'clock. Like, we're there all day.
All day.
But it's fun. Like, we love it. But it is tedious. But, like, that's what you got to do to prepare for a long season.
And spring training stats are fool's gold.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we just had this discussion on Cardinal territory with your friend Lance Lynn, Matt Holliday. Couldn't make it for some reason, even though he said he'd be there. Anyway, like Lance said, there were times like early on in spring training where whatever pitch, he only threw fastballs, but different varieties. And one of them wasn't there. And so he said, I got to get the touch on this. So I'm going to keep throwing it. And everyone knows what he's throwing, but it's because he's trying to get the feel back. So he gives up 5 runs. He doesn't care.
Right.
And he also said, too, for like any pitcher, like all of a sudden, it's a kid from a backfield you're facing. You don't know who this kid is, and you're trying to work on your changeup or whatever, and the kid goes 3 hits, not because the kid's great, but because just the circumstance.
Yeah, and, like, I think stats matter, especially, like, for guys that are trying to make the team, like, in competition and whatnot. Guys that are, guaranteed to be on the team, like what you're saying, they're working on stuff, whatever they need to get ready for the season. Like, that's the pitcher's ERA, the batting average, like those guys know what they need to do to be ready to go for game one. And that's what they're working on.
Do you guys get per diem when you get there? So like a young kid that got drafted, you guys get like money every day or whatever? Yeah. They'll catch that cash.
But it was
like what, 120 a day?
Not like now it's not cash. Now it's like on a Visa card that's taxed.
It
and all
used to be
that.
cash
now,
though.
Oh yeah,
Did
it was
some of the young guys,
great.
would they walk in the morning and you're like, oh, what'd you do last night?
Yeah, I mean, we looked forward to that. Like we knew when we were getting, the meal money, but meal money, you were getting like if you were on the roster, you were getting a few grand at cash in your locker, and you would save.
Now
it.
stay in now. Don't
now
go
it's
out.
You'd walk into the regular season, you'd have, $10,000-$15,000 in cash, and you're gambling on the plane. Like it was
They had food
times.
for you at the complex. Better now than it was back then. When you were there, it wasn't great.
Wasn't great, but I would say maybe my second or third year, we had Simon, who runs Rebel here in the St. Louis area. That food was great. Like when we had him, like the food was great.
He was the guy that where Holiday demanded healthier food, so he made road food. And it ended up only 2 guys took it.
I don't want to see that slop.
Right on the road, like
Charlie Doon.
Healthy meals that we're gonna give you on the road, and it was like Holiday and one other guy took those meals.
Yeah.
Did any of the big boys say, okay, I'm taking all you guys out. Let's all go to a big team dinner? I mean, there's a ton of guys.
Yeah. That kind of happened once the team kind of got solidified.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the last week of spring, once we knew what the team was going to be, then we would do a team dinner to get ready for the season.
Warm up the food and put on something cute.
Oh, can you play that again?
Warm up the food and put on something cute.
But
that's what they do at spring training.
But in season, there's a lot of team dinner. I mean, you flying into off days in LA, you're going to some good spots.
Yeah, baby. Oh yeah.
Going to some
I remember
spots.
getting the cash in training camp when I was young, and I'd spread it all out and I'd send a picture to my buddies. Like
Floyd Mayweather, huh?
I wasn't tweeting it. I was just showing off.
And
my
also
buddies.
on the team flight, the travel secretary walks around with envelopes full of cash.
Yep.
For your meal
And
money.
you got to
for the road
sign. Yeah. You got to sign. Your
You
name
spend
to
that
get it.
quick though.
Oh yeah.
But the guys eat so freaking much to where they don't even. I mean, there's so much food, but you're just pocketing that cash, which is good.
I've been on 2
Well, you
trips
get
in my
sick of it.
life where I was given per diem, and that's the best feeling in the world. I
Oh,
don't know
God,
why.
yeah.
Getting that envelope of cash that the 4 times in my life I've had it done.
Who gave it to you?
I traveled with a Mizzou team to 2 different tournaments. When I was down at the school
cool.
as a broadcaster, and both times I got a per diem.
How
And
much?
I don't remember how much it was, but I mean, it was probably like
At the time, a ton?
It was probably like $40-$50. And at the time, I'm like,
hell yeah,
I'm pocketing some of this. I don't need all this to buy food. This is going into the wallet
Good old days.
for a long term beer buy once we get back from the
$50 ain't getting you a shrimp cocktail now.
No, but but per diem also included live out. Like if you lived out, you got cash to live out on.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean? Live out?
Like live out money. So if you lived outside of the team hotel, they would there was a certain amount that you would get per day to live off site.
Yeah. Good Lord, Kemosabe, what are you smoking there?
Living in the team hotel is not great.
No, because you're living in a hotel
they're watching you.
If you're there the whole time. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when I would go, and I'm not going this year, but there was that one right by the pizza place I like.
Oh yeah.
Aaron and Tyler would come.
The Embassy Suites.
Yep. And they had food, and they had a happy hour. You got free beer. And back then I would work. It had a weight room.
Oh,
and you were close to everything.
Yeah.
There was that Publix right across the street.
I like Publix. I love going shopping in Florida.
Oh, but Jupiter,
love it.
I'm biased. Just
Bader
because
can
that's
catch these nuts. Yeah, you can. He's whatever to me.
I love Jupiter, that area, how the complex, the food, all the shopping, it's a great setup.
That's why I'm gonna retire.
Damn right, Jimmy.
Yeah,
that's where you're going.
Yeah, Kim and I, we love South Florida. I could see us moving to Jupiter.
Where is
too.
Jupiter exactly?
It's
by the place next to the thing.
It's a little north of Fort Lauderdale.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes bad is good. Sometimes though, bad is bad. You know what I'm saying?
You flying?
He's just Charlie. You were gonna have to ask him about that one.
You flying to Fort Lauderdale? You're minutes from Jupiter.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
not
I
a
like that.
busy airport.
No, it's nice.
Except you
small.
don't get a lot of direct flights from St. Louis. to
Right.
Fort
I
Lauderdale.
like Fort Lauderdale Airport.
Well, I think there is one or two maybe direct flights straight into Palm Beach, and that's even closer than Fort Lauderdale. That's a
you know what this might make?
Oh yeah,
10-minute.
that
That's
Palm Beach Airport. That's what I meant. It's
Yeah.
right. It's a little airport,
Oh yeah,
and that's the way to go.
But Fort
You're
Lauderdale's
literally
only
a 6-minute, 15-minute.
can't wait to go to Florida. In a couple months. I'm craving it.
Where are you going?
30A Rosemary Beach area.
Nice.
Yeah, it's awesome there. Rent a house, her family. You know what I mean? I got my own wing in case I snore or something. You know, just so I have to get away. You know, just a little bit. It's a nice little wing on this side.
You snore a lot?
Oh God!
You sleep with a mask?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. My wife has to go through a lot of weird things. My sleeping, it's so. I abuse my mouth. That's another thing. Chew everywhere. But yeah, dude, I snore. Sometimes I'll start choking a little bit. I go through phases with that. What's that called? Sleep
apnea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When engineer design facilities acquire. if I'm drinking a
He's
lot,
just
I have
dropping
it.
bombs.
It's horrible. But yeah, I snore, dude, bad.
I used
What
to
do you do?
snore, and Kim hates it. Like I'll like, and I like I'll get in trouble. Like,
what?
She'll wake me up and I'll be like, no, babe, I'm not snoring.
Yes,
And I'm
you
like,
are.
Yeah. Why? Like,
Does she poke you?
Oh yeah.
I feel bad for her, but
Pokes me. Like the first, like
God.
she'll quietly, hey Matt. Third time. Oh yeah.
And that rattles you.
Oh yeah.
But you're rattling her.
Yeah. But I'm like, oh no, I'm not snoring.
Now you are.
Yeah.
My nose is so beat up, dude. I have in the morning. There's so much cloggage. I got to go get something done.
But I started sleeping with
13%
the,
probably I use out of my nostril.
I started sleeping with the nose, the breathe right
Yeah, I might-
strips.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Go like this, Jimmy. Take your nose and go. Like
Cocaine is the answer.
See, you can't even get high off cocaine. It's so clogged. Question for Cam in Big City. Which former teammate had the best playlist for the clubhouse? Who had the worst? You just get used to it. In my opinion, you get used to it. Whatever, like a young, a European kid will start playing techno and you're like, but then you go have good times, you win games, and you think about that song. You think about winning, having fun, and smiling. So then you start liking the songs you originally probably didn't like.
This song isn't bad, and usually Jim's music sucks ass.
I didn't say that.
John Jay probably had the best playlist that I've ran across. He had great taste in music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, you just, even if it's bad, you get used to it.
John Jay's
after a
great
while.
at everything.
He's awesome. But worst, I'd probably say me.
Yeah, me too.
I
would say
I'm not.
me.
I
What
don't
did you
like
put on there? Neil
country.
Sedaka?
Country. You like country.
Yeah,
You like
country, but like not everybody liked the country that I like.
Bad Bunny?
No.
How'd
don't
you
mind.
like it?
I didn't think he did a good job.
No,
I'm uncomfortable.
How dare you say that?
It-
Dare you?
Tweet out an apology.
Yeah.
Moving away from the microphone.
I didn't like it either.
You're allowed to not like
No
it.
doubt. I didn't like anything.
Yeah,
The
I
whole
mean,
the whole thing.
The
sucked.
game was brutal. Like the
National
best,
anthem didn't do anything for me
the
either.
best thing was the flyover.
Yeah,
I love a great flyover.
damn right.
Love
But
a good
he
flyover.
was goofy looking. I don't know. Like he just kind of his moves or like his dancing was goofy. I don't know. Choreographically, we talked about it's good, but they're all good.
He put on a show. To me, it wasn't great.
It was
I didn't love the
storytelling.
music. I'm not a fan of that music, but there was a lot of elements to it. He tried to put on a show. That's his job. He
Yeah.
did it. You don't have to like
Sometimes
it.
bad is good.
You can love it. You can hate it. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
It's a halftime.
That's
I
what
would
Charlie
love
was saying.
like I hope moving forward. I would love to see Jelly Roll.
Are you an
Put
incel?
on a half. I think
He'd
he's
be
a great
fantastic.
performer.
Yeah.
He
I
didn't
like him.
take a stand on the political
No,
side.
and I
How
love-
dare he?
I love that.
Did you
John.
watch the other halftime show?
No, my parents did.
Yeah, I didn't. My buddies, I didn't.
Oh, that's not good.
I gave Bad Bunny a chance.
Yeah, me
That's what I
too.
said I was going to do,
Me too.
and I did.
I just can't imagine. No offense to your parents. Like,
And my friend-
it never
You
even
live a
crossed
white
my
life.
mind
I
to
don't.
watch The other halftime show.
Sorry, Jimmy. Can you play it one more time?
You live a white life. I don't.
Oh yeah.
I could have just spammed that drop for the last 2 minutes on the show.
You live a white life. I don't.
He does.
Say on the radio. Just do it.
Life is life.
You're right. Life is life. God, that's
life
funny.
is for the living.
Yep.
Yeah. You suck. You suck.
That's Rammer. That's Rammer right there.
You're in the archives over there, Rock.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, you're digging some things up. Maybe throw a couple Nates in there.
I did earlier.
He did.
People crave the Nate drops.
I'll drop some more dates.
I do too. I love that guy. He just gets
He's
a little
had
crazy.
a little crazy.
Hey, Rock, what's Rooster mean in Rock and Big City about to have some beef?
Oh, because one of the things on the show is that I'm always angry and I'm always a super liberal. And so you being like I don't like Bad Bunny was going to make me mad.
Let's not.
Oh, Rooster.
Let's not smear liberal. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm
You're
way to the left.
No, I'm
Liberals
staying out of the
liberals are
politics.
safe.
No.
Jimmy. That's great.
And they have, and again, like most things, like me being negative about all things, they have no facts.
Yeah, but I am
So
staying
funny.
out of the politics.
Oh, it's so funny. Man, you keeping up with this kidnapping ordeal?
I am.
Yeah.
Jesus
There was
Christ.
there
The
was some news,
But the video of the person at the front door in the mask,
Yes.
like
scary.
like how like
And
you think that your fist is going to cover that your camera?
I don't.
Like,
What is he doing?
You
And-
took the time.
I don't know.
to get a
I don't know if
backpack.
that's I don't know if it's a man. The eyes look kind of.
It had a mustache.
it's also
Really?
Yeah.
it's also kind of
Oh,
creepy
okay.
to me because like apparently she like the mom wasn't paying her Nest subscription, but they were still able to go pull the video off of a Nest
Yeah.
Ring account that wasn't actually actively recording, which means it's always actively
Right,
Exactly right.
And that's kind of
And
terrifying.
that's why it took so long.
But also TMZ has said that there has been activity on the Bitcoin account that is being used to transfer the ransom funds.
Jesus,
That-
dude.
TMZ reported that about 10
Damn.
o'clock last night.
And then they
Yeah, but-
arrest the one guy, and he's like, "I was at home. What do you mean? I live here." And he's like,
He said, "Go get the guy."
"Go
It
get
ain't
the
me.
guy."
Yeah.
And I mean, it's unbelievable.
I thought as soon as they started searching that septic tank that I thought they were going to find the body.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was
to me,
thinking
like
too.
the video is compelling because it's unbelievable. But this guy took the time to pack tools allegedly to do whatever he needed to do at the crime scene.
Damn.
Right? Had a weapon, masked up, gloved up, and then he didn't know there was going to be a ring camera.
Yeah.
And he had to and he had to go and get some like leaves and cover the ring. That tells
What is going
so
on?
to me, I thought it had to be either a family member who had a disagreement over money, or maybe they were stealing funds and it got out of hand and they did something and they were just trying to get rid of the body, or it was someone who worked with her
Right.
that was caught stealing or something like that. But now I don't know what to make of this guy showing up in the mask.
Yeah.
And you think if it's a family member, they know there's a ring camera.
But right. I think
It's
I
so
think
bizarre.
I think the family member probably maybe paid this gentleman in the mask to show up. That's why he didn't really know that there was a ring camera.
Why didn't they tell him? Like that's
How do you not think there's not going to be a ring camera if you're doing this? You're a whatever
Right.
Maybe they knew the ring camera wasn't being paid for, and so they expected that the video
Ah,
wouldn't be able
Matthew
to pull.
Rocchio with that big
Because
brain
again,
of
that's the
yours.
thing is that it was an inactive ring. It was in an inactive Nest account, not ring. It was an inactive Nest account, and they still were able to pull. I don't know if you even know if they were able to pull full video, if they were just able to pull like bits. But the bottom line is, like, yeah, that's like the subplot in this thing is that those things are always recording, whether or not you're paying for it or not.
It's crazy.
Would you have if you were planning this elaborate thing out, Rock? Wouldn't you in your head have it? I think they still record anyway.
That's my thing. Is
I would
I've
always think,
would have-
how about your
I
neighbor
always
recording?
would have assumed that these things are
There's cameras
big,
everywhere.
are big
That-
brothering us.
right.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
The scariest thing is,
And like
that
they're
happens.
selling that footage to DoorDash to know how often I order food or something like that.
I mean, you go on
Yeah.
you go on Amazon, and it's all of a sudden they tell you something you were talking to your wife about 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume that
It's-
the camera's always.
Oh God!
My wife
You
and
ever
I
had
watched.
that? Like you were just talking about like a shoe brand 2 days ago.
I know.
Boom! It pops up when
Oh,
you go on the internet.
I mean, the crazy thing is,
I think about it and it
yeah,
pops up. That's the
it's-
scary.
Right.
You say that. I say the word, and it's my entire Facebook
Yes.
timeline the next 4 days. Like I said a thing, and it's like when we were in Florida, I talked about those shark guys.
Yeah.
I did not search their Twitter account or their Instagram on my phone. People around me did. But all of a sudden, I open up Facebook the next night, and every time I scroll, I'm getting Marco Island Sharks, because their account, for some reason, that my phone heard me talking about them and was like,
or your GPS hit it and they knew that you're right there. And then, but the scariest part about this whole thing is wealthy neighborhood, and there's cameras everywhere. And they came in and they kidnapped a lady in this wealthy neighborhood that's supposed to be protected, and they have no idea what the F is going on.
That to me is terrifying. That's why I think it's an inside job. And
what the hell?
But
no cameras of the cars coming in and out. How many entrances and exits do you have?
My wife and I, we are true crime document. That's all we watch. If you would look at our like streaming searches, it's all murders.
We do that too. Do you watch a lot of Dateline?
48 Hours, Dateline.
Yeah,
Where with you? Where with
does that make you more? Does that make you either you or her more anxious? Like, do you like? Are you ever
me 100%?
Does it make you more anxious?
Okay. So my wife, like, she does real estate.
Yeah,
She's a
me too.
realtor. She was at a showing, and like normally her showings are about an hour and 45 minutes go by, and like I don't hear from her, and I forgot that like she was going to get her nails done after the showing. And I text her. I go, "Hey, are you live?"
Yeah.
I said, "I watched we watched too many shows. Like,
no, that's
where
a
my
good thing.
mind,
You
where
know
my
what it was?
mind goes."
That's a
You know what
good
gets
thing.
me? I thought about this. I thought about this scene from a movie the other day, and every time I think about this scene, it unsettles me because of how random it was. The opening scene of the movie Zodiac.
I saw
it's on Netflix right now. I'm gonna watch it.
It's the couple are sitting by the lake, and the guy shows up, and he just immediately like murders them for like no apparent reason. There's no connection. That's it's like that kind of stuff makes me so anxious and nervous. I'm like, there can just be no reason, and someone can just decide.
Yeah, it happened to that girl on the subway or on the bus the other day.
I'm in like broad daylight walking my dogs, and I'll walk by somebody, and I'm like looking over my shoulder, like, is this guy gonna like turn around and start following me?
Maddie.
And the crazy thing is we watch it before we go to bed.
Yeah,
we fall asleep to this. So I'm having nightmares waking up of like
my head is on a swivel.
Yeah, but doesn't it make you more aware? Like your wife's a real
Yes.
Damn right.
There's been crimes. You can't show a house alone anymore as a woman.
No.
Unless you're protected. I'm not
Yeah.
going to get into that side of things.
Right.
But it makes you more aware.
100%.
Because I think you can go through life thinking, no, if I just mind my business, everything's good.
Nope.
You
No
can't.
one's saying
No,
you
it's
have to be.
2026.
No one's
Like,
saying
you
you have
can't
to be
do
afraid.
that.
I
of
look at
everything,
everybody.
But
have
be
to.
aware.
You have
be
to.
aware.
I think there's definitely a benefit to that, but there's also it's like if you just go through your life and you don't like affect anybody, there is like a pretty like 99% chance that you probably will just go through your life and the reason you die will probably be an accident or old age. Like I feel like that is the high majority of things. And yes, being aware is something, but there probably is a diminishing returns thing where being too aware is causing you anxiety that is decreasing the amount of things you do in life because you're scared of things.
I think geography plays a part. I think age, like if you're old, you're not walking, the streets, at 11 a.m. to go bar to bar. Like there's different situations based on where you
party with Jim.
I
where
know,
you are,
right?
We're
where
walking
you
the
are,
bars at 11 a.m.
where-
Jimmy, let's go.
I'm sorry, at night where it's dark. Like
Yeah.
like
I've done it
if
in
you're
a-
young and you want to go, get something to eat, you'll walk in the dark, from the bar or wherever. You're old, you don't do it, but that doesn't mean it can't touch you. Be aware. Being aware doesn't mean being scared.
Cam can't wear sandals, so he's prepared to fight and defend himself.
You're damn right.
That's
Nobody's
I
getting
love
to jump
that
on
one.
me. Nobody.
That's my favorite.
They
thing.
are not getting to jump on me.
Cam always
Or
wears
Kate.
closed-toed shoes so that he can be ready.
I've
just
always
in
been
case.
like this.
Yeah,
My
but-
dad has been like this. Always.
Okay, guys.
Watching my mom's shoulders. I noticed that as a kid.
When you
Always.
when you guys go out to dinner, when you're in when you go sit down like somewhere, do you face the front of a restaurant so you can see the
Yeah,
door?
damn right.
You don't?
If I don't get a table based on
I
that.
want to
But if
see
I can't
everything.
take that seat, but trust me, when you're with a kid and he wants to sit there, you let him sit.
Right.
No, but I do.
100%.
Yeah, I want to see what's up.
Yes.
I love that so much.
Always,
Have to.
man. I'm
Like,
even like getting out of my car at the gas station, just kind of look around, don't want to get somebody get to jump on me.
How
I
about
see
this?
you. I see you.
Cam agrees with me on this because he does the same thing. When you get on a flight,
Oh, jeez,
you're looking
that's a different level.
at someone that you're like looking around who might look like they could act up during the flight. Then you look at who you think might be
on your side, like
Yeah.
me and you were gonna.
I've
you got it. If we
I've
go
never
down.
in my entire
I do.
life ever had that thought cross my brain
Never?
on a plane.
9/11 got me.
Rock,
Sorry.
I canceled flights because I was at the Pittsburgh airport and I saw somebody that was on my flight sitting at the gate. And I'm like, nope, not doing it.
Oh,
and
wow. I haven't been that. Wow.
I've never.
Guys,
That's literally
hey,
that is literally
That's
a
not-
hey, and the
that's not-
Pittsburgh,
What do you look like?
and the can't say it on air, but the Pittsburgh airport is 2 hours and 45 minutes from my home, so I canceled that flight and I drove 2 hours and 45 minutes and then drove back to the Pittsburgh airport the next day because I had a bad feeling about somebody getting on my flight.
That is extreme. That's great.
All I'm thinking right now is the episode of Entourage where Turtle and Johnny are at the airport. There's like a bomb threat at the airport, and so they start like going around the people on their flight and like trying like they start talking like a nun. They talk to a foreign guy. They're like, let's just make friends with him.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what I'm picturing right now.
Oh,
So you just had a feeling this guy was no good.
he was.
Wow.
I don't want to get in trouble.
That's
but,
no. It's all good. Don't
Yeah.
you don't say it. But I know what you're saying. So you're like, Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, like, nah.
Cam, let me ask you this.
Whoa.
Same situation. This guy's aisle seat, row 4. Do you look him in the eyes saying,
He's gonna get a look from me.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
You
see you. Nothing crazy, just I got you. I know where you're at. You're gonna walk up to the front of the plane. I'm gonna keep an eye on you.
But what is it that I always tell you?
I can't help but laugh. It's like you guys do exactly sound like Mark Wahlberg, who was like, if I would have been on the planes, 9/11 wouldn't have happened. Come on.
No, they had no because there's no way you could have. They had to jump on everybody, and they stormed the cockpit when they opened the damn door.
Mark Wahlberg,
and they shut
Mark
you out.
Wahlberg disagrees.
Well, I mean, listen, they all look at each other. They're
He's
all
an action hero.
yeah. They all look at each other. 2 in the front, 2 over here, 2 right here. They go 1, 2, 3, boom, storm right when they open.
Wait,
killed a couple people.
And that's
They
why
killed
there's-
it.
Did he
They
really
shut
say
the door.
that?
And that's why there's air marshals on board now for a lot of flights.
And they don't. Well,
not many.
No. They shut the freaking door and they lock it.
Yeah.
You cannot get in or out, and no one could be around whenever you do open the door. Like they are. But before you opened it right up.
Mark Wahlberg. If I was on that plane with my kids, it wouldn't have went down like it did. There would have been a lot of blood in that first class cabin, and then me saying, "Okay, we're going to land somewhere safely. Don't worry."
That's a stupid statement because it's a stupid.
Jimmy wanted to me to be wrong so badly.
No, that's a stupid statement. Like you don't. You no. I mean, yeah. If you knew what was going down, I'll stop it.
Right.
I'll bag all of them up. Now they got in with. They're gonna nick you with that damn thing.
He did apparently apologize, saying his comments were
That's ridiculous. It is.
irresponsible, and insensitive.
Yeah,
it's fine. But
they're not insensitive. They're just
you want to save the day, no doubt. But those guys had a plan, and they had to jump on everybody.
Oh, I didn't realize the reason why he's talked about it is because he was actually originally scheduled to be on one of those flights
Boston
before
probably.
rescheduling took him away from that flight out of Boston.
That's the scary thing.
Right.
You had something change the night before, and you're losing your mind, and you just missed that flight, which has happened. If you hear some of these stories, and they're like, "Oh my God,
it's wild."
Or like the people who were like, there was like a guy who was late to work that morning.
Yep. Well, how about the guy? Well, one of the guys at the big dog at the Twin Towers, the first time ever missing work. Yep. He missed that day. Okay.
Crazy
There's
stuff.
a lot of weird stuff that happened. The 9/11 stuff, I don't even know, man.
That's a conspiracy theory that you can go down the rabbit hole on.
There's just so much to it.
Yeah,
there's
but
so much to
sometimes,
it.
like with one of the,
So
I
much
love
to
a
it.
conspiracy theory. Most times they're wrong. Sometimes they're right. I love them.
It's weird.
But when they tell you that the jet fuel couldn't get hot enough to bring the tower down, it's been scientifically proven that it could.
I'm going to need you to hit the mark on the phrase. The phrase is jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Thank you, but it can't, and it's been scientifically proven that it can't. But so when something that's such a big part of the conspiracy theory is wrong, then I discount it.
My favorite
like
one
with
about
JFK assassination. Guy couldn't have fired that shot with that rifle.
Yes, he could have.
It's been done dozens of times.
No, but that's not. I don't even think that's the passport thing. Everything incinerated. You find the guy's passport in the rubble. Like, interesting. Maybe a couple of the other building Building 9 or whatever that fell down the exact same way is weird. The money that went missing beforehand. I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There is
a
lot.
The fact that we were running counterterrorism drills for the exact same thing as it was happening, and it was confusing people back at headquarters of like, wait, is this a drill or is this an actual hijacking?
And the Pentagon plane thing, like, is there any plane parts? Did they find anything there? It's really odd to be able to fly that plane that low and hit it that perfectly is so unbelievably difficult to do.
They were pretty rookie pilots.
Yeah, they don't know how to land the plane.
They didn't know how to land.
They didn't land the damn plane.
Right.
In the simulators in Florida.
Yeah, the angle they claim the plane hit the
It's
Pentagon is one of the main things that I'm like.
There's obstruction. There's trees. There's how low you had to be for
that one's
how
a little
long.
odd.
Come on.
That one is a little odd for me. Kat, what is your favorite conspiracy theory? That's from the General Wombat.
The kidnapping now. The hell's going on here?
The one
There's
that
a lot.
I'm trying to think of ones that
There's the big dogs
that
out
I
there.
just can't shake. You know, like I still think JFK after all these years. I think Oswald did it. I just think
You think he was paid by the CIA?
I don't know. There was someone else behind it because
if you had to pick CIA, Russians, or Cubans, who are you going with?
maybe the mob.
I'm going with
it
the
could
driver.
be the mob. You know,
they said that they're the mob.
The mob hated Kennedy because he promised them he would. They got him elected. Then he turned his back on some of the promises, or the mob was paid off by some other party to do the hit. I don't know, but I do know.
Wait, you're telling me the Kennedys were connected to the mob?
But you're telling. But listen, no, they helped him get elected. That's
the dad was a bootlegger. Yeah, of course they're connected to the mob. What are you talking about?
But you reject your citizenship, fly to Russia, right? Get your girlfriend is like a Communist Party girl.
You're awarded the Order of Lenin.
You have a nice apartment and everything. And you're like, forget this, I'm going back. And no one in the United States, they go, all right, you're back. Okay.
The one thing
that's weird
that people don't talk about is like also just like the political climate about them is like apparently he was around, he was connected to the attempted assassination of was it George Wallace?
I don't know.
I can't remember what the other
he did
politician
fire his
was.
rifle into a neighbor's house.
Yeah, and I think he also was accused of like firing a shot at another presidential candidate like 3 or 4 years before. So yeah, it's a whole thing.
My thing is the big conspiracy that I'm interested in more than anything is Area 51, baby. What's up?
Yes,
I want to know. Kennedy, okay, fine, he killed me. Then, yeah, that does still affect us today, probably in some ways. But that Area 51, what's going on around here?
I have another one.
Okay.
Cam, what happened with that first assassination attempt on the president, on Trump?
Oh, yeah.
Usually,
interesting.
Usually there's investigations.
We know about that.
Right? Like
Mom and Dad talk.
Months later, you're right.
What happened with that?
Remember, he was doing
interesting.
He was doing these apps and speaking to people in other countries. They couldn't break the code or couldn't get in.
The FBI came in and kind of took everything out. No social media, nothing.
They couldn't have
nothing about him.
Interesting. They couldn't have a sniper because the roof was tilted, even though they had
climbed up on the
snipers
roof where the police were there. Are you out of your damn mind? What is that all about?
Had a rangefinder.
What was that all about? Could you imagine that happened? Could you imagine his head got blown off?
Oh, and then this kid was in a BlackRock commercial.
Yeah,
weird.
That's weird.
15 minutes from where I went to college.
Weird stuff.
Is that really?
God,
Butler,
dang.
PA.
What was the kid's name?
I don't even know.
Oh,
what have we? I'm going to put out there that Big City was part of the conspiracy.
Oh, what's the kid's name? You'll recognize it. What happened with
and
that?
he was a weird kid.
What happened with that?
Thomas Crooks.
Because usually that's what the only look. I'm not saying it's an interesting conspiracy theory, because usually a flood of information comes out in the aftermath.
You're right.
And there wasn't even a trickle.
Nothing. Now, the Charlie Kirk, I think the kid did it. And there's a couple weird things that are tied to it. He did, but I'm not like, okay, yeah, you killed him. You know, you didn't like the guy. You didn't like what he was spewing. You killed him. It was a good
There's
shot.
pictures. There's video of him walking with a rifle in his hand.
I don't know how much more there is. I don't really look at it, but there's other things out there. This Crooks thing. What? No one's asking any more questions about that? Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, let's go to break. Don't go anywhere. Let us know about your conspiracy theories. We'd like to know. We'll be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
Maybe you've seen this. It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new here.
All right, let's get cracking.
Okay, then maybe you should check out our website.
You're insane.
Well, you download songs illegally from the internet.
LouInfo.com. LouInfo, the Lou Information Station. 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Our origin story began.
Hockey parents, be honest. Are your tournaments this season feeling a little unpredictable? You planned the weekend, booked the hotel, hauled the gear. You deserve a tournament provider that's as organized as you are. And that's where Big Bear Tournaments comes in. No guessing games, no mystery matchups. We proudly list every registered team right on the website so you always know exactly who's in your division. There's great competition, clear communication, and zero last-minute surprises. Make your season smoother. Check out your next tournament at BigBearTournaments.com.
At Commercial Technology Solutions, we are all about solutions. We pledge that our sales staff will listen carefully to your needs and propose a solution customized to your business. Our services and tech support are second to none. When you establish your relationship with Commercial Technology Solutions, you can have confidence that your tech needs are in the hands of St. Louis's best. Contact them in Missouri at 314-421-3550, in Illinois 618-452-3550, and online at ctsphone.com.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
Your LouInfo.com news report. Downtown St. Louis's Europe nightclub is facing a protest over its 3 a.m. closing permit after 20 years in business. Owner Bobby Baker has 30 days to gather community support, saying losing the license would hurt her business. Neighborhood groups say late-night permits raise safety concerns, while Baker denies the club is a nuisance. A formal hearing is set for March 5th. 21-year-old Marshawn Stepney was sentenced to 25 years in prison for a 2022 crash that killed 5 people. Stepney pleaded guilty to 5 counts of second-degree murder and other charges after crashing a stolen Jeep into a minivan carrying 7 people. 2 others were seriously injured. He was arrested days after the incident. The St. Louis Zoo is up for 3 categories in USA Today's 10 Best Reader's Choice Awards for 2026. Best Zoo, Best Membership, and Best Exhibit. Last year it ranked number 10 for Best Zoo and number 8 for Membership. USA Today praised it for its free admission and 16,000 animals. Winners will be chosen by public vote. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by Home Bank. Member FDIC. Secure your financial future by opening a high-yield checking account today. Go to myhomebank.bank to get started.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Sunshine today. We're headed for about 50. Overnight, a few clouds moving in. We're in the mid-30s. We'll have low pressure passing to our north on Thursday. We will have some clouds from that and our high about 50. We're right back to sunny weather on Friday. Fairly mild, our high in the mid-50s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
Fast Track Auto Transport has been a trusted leader in vehicle shipping for over 25 years, providing reliable, affordable service across the U.S. Fast Track offers fast and safe transportation solutions for individuals, dealerships, fleets, and businesses of all sizes. The Fast Track team prides itself on honest communication, competitive pricing, and real-time tracking, which gives our customers peace of mind from pickup to delivery. Whether you're shipping a single car or managing a large fleet, Fast Track delivers a smooth, hassle-free experience every time. Come see why Fast Track Auto Transport has been St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs for over 25 years. The trusted way, the safe way, the fast track way. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. That's ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen
The most perfectly trained athlete ever.
and Jimmy the Cat Hayes
I'm an influential and respected man.
on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Hot Take Central 2.0, Cam Janssen, Jimmy Cat Hayes, Matty Adams, Matthew Rocchio, doing our thing.
And do yourself a favor. Go to my Twitter and take a look at the nice picture I posted of Matt Adams. You know what he's a professional athlete that had just gotten a little free swag bag, and he looked as macho.
He
as
looks
you can
cute.
get. He looks macho.
He looks macho, big time.
I definitely don't look like a professional athlete in that photo, Cat.
And Gritch looks like Gritch looks like a wet stray dog. Like he looks tiny and scared.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Matthew. You know the streaker at Super Bowl? Did he bet on himself and then that there was going to be a streaker and then he's going to take all the money? Did I read that
It
correctly?
wouldn't surprise me because they ran the tandem play.
Yeah, because the guy
which is
jumped.
that
Yes.
a decoy streaker jumps first to get a lot of the security's initial attention, and then not too far away, you jump out and you pull it off yourself. And that gives you a little bit of a free run. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he bet on himself.
So he bet. I don't know if it's true.
40
but I read
grand? Was it
50?
50.
But that said, and then he had to pay $1,000 fine. That tells me that it might be fake because, first of all, you got to pay to get into the Super Bowl. You got to pay someone to be the guy that's the.
He had nice
distraction.
seats, by the way.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So you got to get there.
But
And-
who's doing it then? And how did they get promoted? Did he have something on his chat? I don't think.
What do you mean?
So who's paying for him to sit there?
He did, I assume.
Yeah.
Well, he's a.
That's the whole thing. Is
he's like an influencer.
He's like he's like a
Oh,
social
okay.
media influencer.
Okay, that's what it was.
He's got like a big following.
Those seats are pretty damn expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a risk to it.
Yeah.
But he also had like
He had
one
something on
like
him.
crypto
Oh, yeah.
company like trade with.
Are you into
Athena?
crypto stuff?
No. Thank God.
I don't even. Well, you could have
I mean,
banked in. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. No.
Listen, if you did crypto heavily, you lost a lot of money. You made a lot of money. You lost. Like if you want to live,
can't
Big
the
roller
stock
coaster,
market
no.
is like a casino anyway, but it's a little bit more stable than
Right.
crypto. So depends what you want to do and how long your investment's for.
Yeah.
How about that? I think it was a skier who got bronze, and he hit it about cheating on his
Cheating on it
girlfriend.
right after he got the medal.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He admitted to cheating on his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Right
he said, "I
after-
got to get this off my chest or whatever. I want to get her back, and I cheated on her, and I made a mistake." Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, right after he
Yeah.
accepted the medal in the Olympics.
So here's my view on the skier that said that he's not always proud of what his country does or whatever. He has the right to say it. It's America. You have the right to be pissed about it. If someone wants to get off his chest that he cheated on his girlfriend, he has the right to do it. You have the right to say, just represent your country.
Right.
So that's the beauty.
And we have a right to make fun of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Absolutely is right.
Speaking of skiers, what are your guys' thoughts on Lindsey Vonn?
She's a tough woman. And
Badass.
she's a badass chick. Good for her.
I mean, she completed one trial run with a ruptured ACL.
Yeah, dude.
Think of the torque on that knee going down that hill.
Yeah.
The Norwegian biathlete has gone public again with another confession.
Oh, boy.
What
What do you do
says
now?
that he now deeply regrets sharing his personal story on what was supposed to be a day of celebration for the Norwegian biathlon. He said he's very sorry that he has. He said, "I'm not quite myself these days, and I'm not thinking clearly. My apologies go to Johan Olav, who deserved all the attention after winning the gold. They also go to my ex-girlfriend, who only ended up in the media spotlight. I hope she is do this, but I will now put it behind me and focus on the Olympics. I will not answer any further questions.
Oh, he did put her on the map. How many people are creeping her out afterwards?
Right. Sure, you put it behind you.
The post
What's his name?
The post-race apologies.
He wins gold.
His name
It's the only way to do it.
Yep.
Sturla Holm Legreed.
Whatever your name is, you didn't put it behind.
There's a lot more in front of you coming.
His other comments were 6 months ago, I met the love of my life, the world's most beautiful, sweetest person. And 3 months ago, I made the biggest mistake of my life and cheated on her. He was fighting back tears, and now he says that both the time and the place were completely wrong. That microphone doesn't work.
Look at Grant. Look at Grant just walking right in
This
here.
is important.
Whoa.
That guy also got banned
for
in 2023 for accidentally shooting his gun in his hotel room.
Did you just bro the show?
I did, but
I
it
was
was
a step away
important.
from talking about the
Oh,
desk
wow.
pop.
Okay.
I was a step
Wow,
away from talking
Grant.
about the desk pop.
Grant,
and you just got to walk in
Hold on,
and walk
Grant.
all over it.
You gonna take that?
Grant, sit
You
down.
gonna take that from
Grant,
him?
Grant, come here.
Holy cow!
Grant,
Holy cow!
I like you. I think one day you're going to be a big star. What you just did, pulling the mic
so-
away from Big City.
So
I gave
funny.
it to him.
You asked for it.
He was aggressive.
Hold on.
He was
I'm
aggressive.
going to give you a round of applause. You know what that shows? Hunger to make sure that this show had all the
Wow.
pertinent information.
Exactly.
You don't
Grant?
think Rock was going to be on that?
He literally messaged me it on Twitter on DMs, and I didn't get it out on the air fast enough, so he had to come in the air and say it himself.
Yes, he did.
I
He
love
did. That is so
Good
I
Lord.
love Grant.
That's great.
I was trying to set up the desk pop joke.
Grant,
and he
just
just
sit there.
walks in and
Sit
just
there.
bull rush. Say, yeah,
Sit there.
You want
Sit
to
there.
finish the show? Is that what you want to do?
Whoa.
Thursday and Friday weren't enough, huh?
No, Grant. Remember, Grant was doing like 10 hours of radio.
Getting bull rushed by Brody.
Good for you, Grant.
Good for you.
The other
Man.
day, Brody was snapping, right?
You snapped. He
Did you notice that, Rock?
When? Yesterday?
Yeah. He was,
Yesterday?
yeah.
Well, he went on the air when he was supposed to.
He snapped.
He snapped. We were talking about the kidnapping. Maybe he had something to say. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. It's pretty funny though.
Good for Grant. Grant,
But
good for
Grant
you.
just barrels himself right in here. Give me that thing.
Hey,
Maddie, give me
hey,
that.
Hey, big leaguer.
Hey, big
Step
hey,
aside.
hey. Give me that thing. I got something to say. That's hilarious.
Also, Grant, he didn't bring me wine, so that's why I really like it.
I am gonna drink this wine tonight. Gosh
You
dang.
are not going to let that go, huh?
I'm like that skier. I'm like that skier.
Timmy, do you drink wine?
I'm gonna sit with my wife sometimes for dinner. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of Big City, who has his own vintage.
Well, guess
but,
what?
But here's the thing. I'm like that skier. I'm gonna say I'm past it, but I'm really
Well,
not.
guess
No,
what?
no, you're not.
I'm getting your address, and I will hand deliver you a bottle of wine right after the show.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to get my own wine, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Pretty cool. Send me that info,
I
dude.
will.
I'd like to check
Put
that
you in
out.
touch.
Damn right. What else is going on around here? Tina Turner kit. What's that all about, Rock?
Grant just sent me another Olympic story. Should we let him come in
Yeah,
here and
come
talk
on in,
about
Grant.
it?
Breaking
Grant,
news.
No.
Grant, get in here.
Grant.
Get in here.
Maddie just pushed his
He's
mic over.
Matt, give him the mic.
Grant, get in here.
The show's in here.
Do you guys really want to hear more about the biathlon?
Sure.
The other biathlete who won this morning, a French woman, was banned from the team last year for stealing her teammates' credit cards and spending.
Wow.
And now she's back and won the gold medal.
Oh,
So both biathletes.
what a scumbag.
So apparently you can't have a radio show and go coach Green Bay and then learn how to be a skier for the Milan Olympics. That now all of a sudden Doug Gottlieb he steals one credit card from his teammates.
Wait. I'm confused now. What are you saying? Is it
A biathlete stole a credit card. I'm choosing the time to make fun of Doug Gottlieb, who was a radio host who played college basketball, who as a teammate stole his teammates' credit
he
cards. And now when you make fun of him on Twitter, he blocks you because he's a thin-skinned bitch.
Wow.
He also
That's one of the most gutless things you could possibly.
he also I think
Besides trying to
I
bang
think he had
somebody
a
else's
drug
girl,
problem
right.
too back then. I'm not making excuses. Who was
If you
the-
make fun of him for it now,
Who
he
didn't
gets-
have a drug
he gets
problem back
so bitchy if you make fun of him for it now. It's hilarious.
He's
That
also
is
buddies
gutless.
with Matt
Yeah.
Holliday, so I like him.
Oh yeah.
Oklahoma Tide.
Maddie, I please just do me a favor.
Yeah.
Please tell me that in the last 10 years you've made fun of him for stealing a credit
Oh
card.
my
guarantee
God.
you.
I hope to God.
Who was
Every
the
time
car-
you open your wallet up, you're like, hopefully they're all in there.
Who was the Rock? Who was the ginger? It might be before your time. Cardinal outfielder who came up and for like the first month hit, then got hurt, and then wasn't the same again. Anyway, his girlfriend stole one of his teammates' credit card numbers, King Felix, and it was like a big thing. And back in the day, I used to talk to the players a lot, and I talked to him, before, and he said, "Please don't bring that up."
No
Still
way.
Yeah. Remember King Felix, Seattle?
Yeah.
Of course.
I guess
That's brutal.
they were friends, the wives.
He didn't have
girlfriends,
anything to do with it?
and she used the card that he put up for dinner for something else, and it became a big thing. Anyway, it wasn't him; it was the girlfriend who was still with.
Yeah.
And then
still with her?
And then he came up.
You got to keep him. Yeah, if he's
Then
still
he
with
came
her,
up.
if he's still with her.
Someone on the text line would know.
Wow.
I can't remember his name.
Scum.
If
Nice
he's
guy,
still,
but he was-
if he's still with her, he had something to do with that.
Yeah.
And like, especially like she gets him a really nice birthday gift right now.
Here's a Rolex.
You can't not be like, how'd she get you that, huh?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
What the heck was his name?
Damn, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, but there's some
Yeah,
of that.
because women have control over you sometimes, man. I don't care who you are. Sometimes they get you.
I think that happens more times than people realize.
Yeah.
People like go through the teammates in the clubhouse. They'll go through the cubby holes and
Oh yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Really?
yeah.
All of a sudden, your necklace disappears.
It wasn't
Your teammates
It
will do
wasn't
that?
him, Grant. Wrong guy.
Wait. Your teammates would do that? Is that what you're saying? Wait.
I'm guessing. I've
never heard anything.
I've heard of stories where like guys' teammates like would go through like the cubby holes and like steal like
What, like in the MLB or in minors?
Minors.
Yeah. Okay.
Minors.
Yeah, all right.
yeah
I'm thinking like maybe they'll try to bang your girlfriend.
yeah.
I've seen. That
I haven't
kind of
heard
stuff.
anything like at the major league level,
But
like,
stealing, ooh, yeah, I
minor
don't
league
know.
level for sure.
Ooh, that'd be you'd be ruined.
Did Gretsch ever steal like a goodie bag, like a swag bag that you guys were walking around with?
he tried to steal mine, but he couldn't get it off my wrist.
It was locked on there. Kat, you were asking me. Yes, City announced new kits last night. New jerseys. They are inspired by Tina Turner, who obviously has a connection here to St. Louis, going to high school at Sumner, and this is where she was discovered as a musician. They are gold. They have a really weird kind of like shading, like wrinkling pattern on the front. But I think people are freaking out in weird ways about this.
Can I see it? Is there?
Yeah, I can pull up a picture for
And
you.
you know
can
what it
pull it
says
up there
on
real
the
quick?
back? What's love got to do with it?
Well, it is kind of weird a little bit. Tina Turner. I know she's from.
It's
I
not
get it.
weird. Soccer teams like first of all, they do a new jersey every year.
Okay.
So you have you away jersey for 2 years, you have your home jersey for 2 years, and then it's an alternating schedule. So you're always releasing like new jerseys essentially. And so they decided to do one where they can basically now say that they're the first people to ever do a jersey collab based around a female artist. And so it's like it's a thing that they can now use as a thing
As a
that they're
virtue
special.
signal.
Yeah, kind of.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of. But they're all
I knew you were gonna say that.
they're woman owned. They're always having like things that are women forward and things like that. So I'm putting it up right now. Yeah, I don't know why they did this weird shading thing on the jersey. It's about to go up in front. They did this weird like
I can't
like those aren't natural wrinkles. Those aren't like shading from the camera.
That's like her
Those are like
outfits.
printed on there.
Those are like what her outfits look like, right?
So it's a gold kit. It's inspired by Tina Turner. It's got a picture of Tina
kinda cool.
in the bottom left. If you bottom right hand corner, you can kind of see they got a little like stencil outline of Tina Turner's face. It's kind of cool looking. So yeah, it's
Looks
this
like
gold jersey. Everyone's freaking out about it. People are bitching that it's not like one of their core colors. Listen, I love the sport of soccer. I'm becoming more and more annoyed with the fan base here in St. Louis.
There you go, Rock.
Of course you are.
Let them have
Of course you are, dear.
All right, we got to go. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Rock. Thank you. We'll see all y'all tomorrow. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
All right, Cam, be honest. New Year's resolution still holding strong?
Not so much, Kat. But I did decide on one thing that I'm sticking with. Making home life better in 2026.
And that's a good one. And if better includes more fun, more time outside, and less stress, then you need to talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors.
Absolutely. They build backyard escapes, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, the kind of place everyone actually wants to hang out.
And now's the perfect time to plan. Don't wait until summer hits. Start now, get it designed right, and be ready when the warm weather shows up.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors walks you through the whole process, from design